Hey guys, welcome back to AstraRunners, the Dungeons and Dragons Advanced Age campaign named AstraRunners. Okay? AstraRunners.
Please.
AstraRunners. I'm your host, Pablo, who's the voice of the cosmos, or as laymen would prefer, the DM. And joining me today is our cast and crew, starting off with the player who plays Maze, Michael.
Hey everybody, I'm sorry for Pablo. That was a really bad introduction. We're gonna cut it with a star wipe later. I'll edit it in post. Don't worry, but glad everyone could join. My audio is a bit high, so I'm gonna turn it down actually, but I'm excited for today's campaign. I've identified the stupid one in the party, so I'll take advantage of that. But yeah, happy that we're continuing to play it in time. You know, maybe in 3 months when the vaccine's out, we'll all play IRL. And
Yes,
Hawthorne
we're
will be
all
there on
gonna
an
fly.
iPad or something.
Well, that's
I'll be
Michael.
spending it.
Michael recently dyed his hair blue, and I guess the chemical is seeping into his brain.
What do you mean?
Playing Maze in our campaign of AstraRunners. AstraRunners. Okay. Moving on, we are joined by Chachi Clank, or as people would call him in the real world, Jiwei.
Hey guys, welcome back to our fun little family. I hope you guys are having a great time and it's gonna be fun tonight.
Yep, and there's Jiwei, who, just like Michael, is also repping blue tonight.
My hair's not
Neat.
blue.
I always rep blue, dude.
It's not blue.
Okay, and then we'll keep going on. Playing Safeguard, not the soap, but the robot. They'll both keep you protected. If we have Hawthorne, how are you doing? And let's do the little, hey, how are you, Robot Man?
What's up,
What?
Twitch? How's it going? Drop a fucking like in the chat, my dudes. I'm doing good, man. It's going.
All right, glad
How
to
are
hear
you?
it. Glad to hear it. Also repping blue. Everybody's repping blue.
You sound so high
And-
energy, Pablo.
High energy or low?
I'm being sarcastic. You sound very low energy. Take it up a bit, please.
Okay. All right. Welcome back to AstraRunners.
You don't have to keep saying it like that.
Okay,
It's not gonna make it
alright.
any better.
And then finally, we have Kit, who's playing our resident Catman, Kit Catman. So break him in half, have a snack. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I love your Kit Kat puns. I just love it. Oh my god. I'm trying to raise the energy up.
This is pretty cringe, my man. Just gonna be
Again,
honest with
repping blue with his Yeti. There is Kit. Welcome back. We are again AstraRunners. I'm saying it normal now.
you.
D&D.
Why do you keep saying AstraRunners? I'm pretty sure people know what our campaign's name is.
Show identification, Michael, please.
Jesus.
All right. Let's do a recap. We're gonna roll off to see who is the loser, and whoever does so will, do the recap from their character's perspective.
So it's like slash D20, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a check with +0.
Slash
though.
roll
Lazy.
Oh,
D20.
snap.
Slash? Oh, roll.
Slash roll. It says I can't roll.
Oh, 23 rolled a nat 20. Oh.
No, he didn't. He just rolled 20. You have to do
Okay.
slash roll 1d20.
What the fuck? Don't expose me.
Oh, fork. Wait, the highest has to say it, right? The highest person has to say it, not the lowest
There
person.
we go.
15.
Yeah.
Am I stupid?
You're not in our game with us, G-Way.
I'm not.
No, it says I rolled a 9.
I said G-Way.
Oh, G-Wave.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Maze.
great stream production, guys. You guys are really doing great.
You gotta launch Foundry, my dude.
Is he not in? Are you not in Foundry?
He's in now.
Oh my
I-
God.
I'll say that this is our producer's fault.
Excuse
producer-
me?
our
I told
producer's
him to
fault.
get
This
on
is
before
true.
this. It's
Anything
not
that
my
goes
fault.
wrong is Michael's fault.
D20.
Michael, when are we gonna implement chat into this? All right, I want them sweet, sweet donations.
So my eventual goal is at the bottom of the screen where you see this black space. It'll be like a star link where it's like donations and then it follows like in the bottom where that black line is on the bottom. It'll be
Okay.
like a cast.
Gotcha.
Guys, dead air. We can't have any dead air. Keep talking. Say
I
something.
said
until-
gotcha.
G-Way fixes it.
Gotcha. That's not dead air.
It's not letting me roll for some reason.
Holy
Keeping
Oh
sirens
my god.
outside.
Just roll in Discord, please.
I'm moving at the beginning of next month, though. So
Where are you moving
Are you?
to?
just like a street over, but to a less habited street. So
I
This
don't
match
want to
is
talk
like
to you.
this thing, right?
Can I get a state? What state are you even in?
oh, I'm in LA.
Okay.
There. You roll a 7.
That's not a
There you
state.
go. G-Way, you roll a 7.
I
Also,
did.
Pablo, your mic isn't working.
Oh my god, the production.
I
The
fixed this beforehand. It's not my fault that you guys are failing me.
What do you mean, you guys? Okay. What do you
Yeah,
mean, you
all
guys?
right.
Pablo, your mic isn't working, by the way. Just a heads up.
I'm not
Kit and I,
not saying anything right
We're
now.
holding still.
Oh my god.
All right. Who do you want to do our intro?
G-Way won because you rolled for G-Way, right? A D20?
Is it lowest or highest?
It's lowest. Pablo, you are
Okay.
talking. You're not saying anything.
He's just
Hello?
moving his
Hello?
lips.
Can y'all
There you
hear
go.
me?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. All right. So I just rolled for Kyachi, and that roll was
Thank
a
you.
7. So
right.
I guess Kyachi is gonna do the recap again this week.
Do it.
Okay, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Someone help me with this thing later. So
I hate all of you.
after we got out the fucking asteroid, we were on the ship, and then we decided to go to the fucking known planet,
You
and
don't
we
have
were
to curse in every sentence.
detained.
Disagree. You're cutting out.
And then we saw a gnome. We got on there. Maze had to break down the bathroom, which no one saw. 23 was meditating because of loss of innocent lives at the prison. And SG was mounting the spaceship, and Kachi was fucking around in the air vents, looking for shit. And then we finally got down to the planet after a lot of bureaucracy crap. Fuck the gnomes. And then
Racial
then-
tension's very high for the Cobalt people.
fuck gnomes. Then we all got down, and then Kyachi tried to beg for money. Then 23 had to come in and be like, "Oh no, you're better than this. You can work. We don't need a bag. You're worth something." And I'm just like, what the fuck?
This is the reason
that
why I
was it.
think Kachi's an idiot. Just a heads
No,
up.
I don't even know what's going on in
I
that
love this.
recap.
No,
I don't
this
know what's
recap-
going
that
on.
was perfect. What are you
Okay.
talking about? That was play by play exactly what happened.
All right, well then I guess we're good, right? So
Yeah, okay, now
we
it's-
good to get started.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good to get started.
Then let's get started. The scene is set in the neon-lit streets of Quarkopolis, the planet of races. All around you guys, you see the racetracks of, a varied amount of vehicles just zooming up there on the top. You guys are basically on the surface side where all the plebes are walking around. You guys had parked in the warehouse district, just a little, I guess, a couple of blocks behind y'all, and you're hoping that nobody's gonna jack your ride, but we'll see how that works out for you guys. Again, right after Kyachi's failed attempt at beggary, you guys are now just sitting in the middle of the street, doing this anime shoulder hand grabby situation where you guys are with your nakamas heading towards the light. But that was for last episode. Now y'all are just standing around looking at all these stores, and I guess there's a casino a few blocks over that's really nice and well lit up. Otherwise, it's just a regular empty market. Well, not empty. Regular dirty market street with people, vendors, street carts just bustling around.
Right.
Question: wasn't our ship in a garage?
Yeah, we parked it in like
No.
an abandoned warehouse thing.
Yeah, we parked at
Yeah.
where the crow lives. Remember that
Because
movie?
because Donovan wanted to hide, and y'all did. Or excuse me,
Yes.
Kit wanted to hide.
It's
So
true.
it shouldn't be just open, right? Like people can't just see it from the street.
It's not, but again, it's also the abandoned warehouse district. It's not really that secure.
It has
With the
security.
hobo
We're
lizard man
good.
over
Yeah.
there.
We told Pentavis to murk anyone who tries to screw with it, so I think we're fine.
Yeah.
And
Why
also,
not?
Safeguard gave everyone access to the ship.
that's true. I did give everyone access.
Yep,
And
you
then
gave everyone
metagamed-
access to the ship,
and then
remember?
I metagamed my way right back out. All
right. Well, small housekeeping things. There are two things of note that happened in the last episode, other than Kachi's perspective. One, you guys did get some tags and registries for your ship, so hopefully it won't be so hard to get into planets anymore. Second, you guys did form a very weird relationship with the section chief of the local police force. So first off, he's going to be keeping an eye on you guys to make sure that you leave the planet in 4 days. And secondly, he might be giving you guys a call for a tour of your Modron ship, which is apparently very, very rare and very, very interesting to a lot of the people who are in the Quarkopolis obsessed with vehicles community, which is everybody.
How do you spell Quarkopolis, Pablo, just for the
could have
audience?
sold tickets to see our ship.
We could.
We still can.
Well, I'll message you in DMs, Michael. But all right, what do you guys want to do?
Just as a quick aside, at the end of the last episode, I think I mentioned this off stream, but I grabbed 23 by the shoulder and I said in Celestial, "May the Dark Dancer guide your step." And he now has advantage on initiative rolls. And I don't know if 23 would have any response to me saying that to him in Celestial or
not. He would just say thank you in Celestial.
Yeah, cool.
Look at these little talking in Celestial behind our backs. I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
I believe the last thing that we were going to do is look for work, right? Wasn't there some mention of a casino that's not too far away?
Oh, we were gonna look for a fight pit for you.
Yeah.
And have you fight for us.
Why are we doing this again? I forgot. Why do we need money?
Because we have no money.
Yeah, but why do we need it?
Well, first off, I think the smallest reason was because you guys needed a change of clothes. And that was like the impetus for all of this.
Oh. Okay.
Also, you have no money. You guys are broke. Broke.
Like broke.
I guess in this situation, we could go gamble if that's what you want to do.
You need money to gamble.
We have no money.
No, we'll just put up the whelp as collateral. If we lose, we just give him to somebody.
Then we die.
I think that we should head over to the casino and look for somebody that could use our services.
What services do you think we have to provide exactly?
Well, we spoke about this just a minute ago. I'm a bodyguard. That's what I know how to do. Kachik is good at tracking. Safeguard. What was it that you said that you were good at again?
Also bodyguard.
When I'm at full capability, I can pretty easily get people back on their feet if they get hurt and do some other magical, quote-unquote, things. But right now I'm pretty limited, unfortunately.
And I gestured at the collar.
Also another good skill for bodyguard work.
How long do you plan to be here exactly? Where are we going to find a bodyguard at this time, a bodyguard position at this time of night, and a tracking position at this time of night?
Well, I don't know. I'm just offering an idea because, well, we need some type of plan. But you're intelligent. Why don't you come up with a plan?
Why don't we just go find one of these artificers that I think we talked about earlier to remove these collars off our neck and convince them to help us? I'm assuming...
You don't think that they would require payment?
I'm assuming if they're working in such a back alley area, there's no qualm in convincing them or coercing them in ways that are not just in payment.
We could also just offer to do a job for someone in exchange.
A favor for a favor.
If everybody thinks that this is the best course of action, then I agree. Where should we go? Where do the artificers typically reside?
Pablo, where I want to roll intelligence check for my Sage research feature, which allows me to disseminate information.
Look at
Okay,
that.
sure. Go ahead.
Okay. What kind of check do you want to do? Just a normal intelligence check?
History for this case, because you're not you really are just doing it off of your memory.
Sure. So someone want to help me? I'm assuming one of you guys have
Um,
some kind of knowledge of underground stuff around.
I do. I can help you out.
Can you help me out too, Pablo?
Yeah, the people who would be able to would be either Kyachi or Safeguard, but either of them is fine.
Okay, I just want to make it
Do
fair.
you
I'm
want
making
my
comfort
help?
for you, alright, Pablo? I don't want to get advantage without your consent.
Sam.
Well,
God damn.
good job. You had advantage though.
I rolled 15. No one saw that. It wasn't a 1.
Roll the 15.
Yep.
Okay. So you don't know really much about Quarkopolis other than it is a racing city. But you do know enough about gnomes, in that socially, it's not gonna send any red flags if you walk up to one gnome and say like, "Hey, who's the best artificer for hire in town?" Like nobody's gonna blink an eye, and they will give you an accurate response because most gnomes will actually know who
Fine.
the best artificer in town
I
is.
understand, Pablo. I look around. Are there any gnomes around here?
Yeah, there are a couple.
I walk up to one of them.
All right, I'll give you a choice of gnomes. There's red-haired one running a noodle stall. There's a red-haired one running a noodle stall. There's 2 that are just talking off to the side of the street, and there is one that is locking up a nondescript office building.
So a pencil pusher, blue collar worker, and then 2. I'm gonna go for the 2 gnomes because I'm assuming 2 is better than 1. I go up to them. What guys like ask them a question or are they having a conversation? I don't care. Screw it. I just say, "Hello. Where's the best artificer in this area, my dear little friends?"
The 2 gnomes look like they were having some sort of conversation, but it didn't look like they're too disturbed by it. They say,
I walk over.
"Oh, okay."
I'll go too.
I hide behind.
I look
hide
behind my
somewhere.
shoulder. It's like, okay, this is more than a crowd now.
Before your 3 buddies come across, the gnome seemed pretty okay with answering your question. Be like, "Artificer, sure. Are you looking for somebody more local here, or just the best you can find?" And then when your 2 giant ass buddies and one racial
No.
hatred.
I don't.
You don't
go.
Okay, you hide.
I hide somewhere else. I hide somewhere else.
All right. When your 2 giant buddies come around, you see the 2 gnomes get a little bit sketched out. But it's a civilized place. They don't expect you to come beat them up, but they're already they're a little tense.
I look
I give a
behind.
salute.
I look behind with these 3 idiots behind me. It's like, could I get some space here, please?
2,
While I
okay,
talk
I'm
to
not
these
there.
fine gnomish gentlemen.
Oh, but of course. I take a step back.
Sure.
Okay, you're all very threatening to them. Anyway, yes, any local would do. The closer the better, and the more secluded the better, or the more, back alley the better, if you catch my drift. Wink. I wink at them. Like this.
Oh, you're looking for one of those. Well, I don't know any of. Do you? And then the other gnome goes, "Yeah, I guess.
Is something
What
wrong with your
kind of
voice?
back alley stuff are you looking for?"
Oh, we're merely looking for removal of curses or of shackles, magically enhanced, of course, or anything like that. Some kind of spell breaker would be great.
The one normal gnome, his eyes widen and go, "Oh," at the mention of that. The sketchier looking gnome friend that they had goes, "Yeah, I got that. Sure. Uh, go 2 streets down that way. Take a left, and you'll find a little place. It's called Daladagos. He does that kind of stuff."
Daladagos. Well, thank you, my friends. We will be. I'm sorry. I will be going there. I appreciate your time and have a wonderful evening. I say as I look behind at these guys.
Yes, thank you.
They weren't talking to you, but okay.
Cheers. Have a good one.
All right. As you guys are saying that and turning off to walk away, you see that the more well put together gnome is now is a little bit nervous. The sketchier looking gnome is like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And you see that they are exchanging something with their hands
Sure.
as y'all are walking away.
Yeah, we'll go to Daladegos or whatever.
Can I? What are they exchanging in the hands? Can
Doesn't
I
matter.
Can I perception it, or is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
Arcana? Okay, it is perception or Arcana.
Perception.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah, there's no reason to think that this is magical at this point.
So I have a question.
Fudge. 7.
Yeah, you don't know.
All right.
And what was it, Hawthorne?
Yeah, with a passive perception of 15, do I notice Kyachi like disappears when Maze goes over to talk to the gnomes?
Oh, I didn't think that he was rolling a full stealth roll. I thought he was just like ducking in behind you guys and
I'm just
trying not to call attention to
yeah,
himself. Not like
that's what I'm doing.
Not like
yeah,
a
I was
full
just
stealth.
asking. Yeah, I was just asking if I noticed that Kyachi was like noticeably hanging back.
Yes, you do. You do notice that he is trying to be smaller than he is, I guess.
He's rolling around the dirt
Okay.
like a little dog.
Yeah, I guess if Maze starts walking towards Daladegos and we start heading over there, say as we're walking, Safeguard's just gonna look it down at Kyachi and say,
There's something about the gnomes that bother you.
And the whole place bothers me. I don't like them, and they don't like me. Fuck
You
them.
don't like racing?
That's kind of racist, don't you think?
Yes, I agree.
I mean, I don't like you
That's
either, but I don't like
probably the
your. I don't
worst
hate your
joke.
entire race. I just hate you specifically.
I don't think that any of us should go out of our way to hate anyone. Not unless they've done something that deserves some type of hatred. And even then, forgiveness is the best way.
There isn't.
You know that anime scene where like the character just whites out and is just, like super wiggly. When
they get scared or something?
No. It's just kind of like that deadpan of like what the fuck? No, as soon as 23 says that is exactly how Kachi feels, man. It's kind of, yeah. Y'all don't know a lot about kobold and gnome shit, huh? It goes back fucking centuries. And
Well, you shouldn't generalize gnomes just because they maybe killed some of your hive or whatever you call it. Your crib.
Is there a complicated history there? Mind sharing it with us?
Oh,
yeah,
bother. Let's move on.
Fucked over my god. So fuck them.
I walk
They
away.
killed your god?
Yeah. And he's still trapped in a fucking maze. Because they fucking...
He's trapped in what? I turn around.
I keep walking at this
No.
point. Fuck these
Exactly.
guys.
Wait, what happened? Who was your god? What happened? I thought the kobolds, I thought dragons were your gods.
And now, there are... That's where we come from. We have a kobold god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's your kobold god?
Small
I forgot
insert
the
here,
name.
small
What was it?
insert
It was
here. Small insert here. Tiamat is the basic big god of all evil dragons, which mostly kobolds also fall under. But the kobolds do have a small racial side god that Tiamat is made a lieutenant. So this is the god that Kyachi is talking about.
What was his name? I forgot. It was started with a C. It was like Kolthet or Kosset or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll look that up later. But the kobold demi lieutenant god that got trapped in some maze.
Yeah.
You got trapped in what?
Growlock. It's a long shitty story. Long history about that. Oh, we need to just keep going first now. And then Kachi is extremely uncomfortable and just doesn't like this place and just wants to he keeps walking.
Yeah, if they're
we
stopping to walk, I've already walked in front of them. I've already like dipped. This is taking
No, we're
forever.
walking and
As
talking.
we
You're
walk,
like 10 feet in front of them.
yeah, we're walking and talking. I'm chilling. I look over at 23. Actually, no.
You're
Maze is
23.
ahead of us now, right? Or Safeguard. Maze is ahead of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
I look at the rest of the party and I kind of say a little quieter. Do you think that Maze has the temperament that she has? Do you think that something happened in her past, maybe? I bet that there's some type of animosity with her parental figures.
How could you come with such a deduction? without a thing.
I
knew that.
mean,
I didn't say anything.
she's been in the coop for a long time. Last I heard, she was in there for like 2-3 years, and she asks everyone if they know anything about her eye, the tattoo. So
So the tattoo is the strategic thing. You think that she uses it to maybe sum people up, or she's
no,
investigating something?
yes, definitely the second one. She does not use it as some sort of a tool to get onto people's good side.
Does anybody know what it is?
No clue.
I think
You
I
had-
rolled
Yeah,
on
you-
this before. Do I know what the symbol is? I think I knew like the bare minimum about it.
Yes. So you remember seeing that somewhere in the temple, like, but the knowledge is fuzzy. You rolled like barely good enough to.
Okay.
You rolled really high, but that is just barely enough to say that you've seen that symbol before.
I've seen this symbol before, but I don't know anything about the history behind it. Perhaps if we helped her solve the mystery, she would lighten up.
I mean, perhaps. She's very aggressive about it.
That's true. You were in the prison for a while. Did most people that had been there that long act like Maze?
No. To your memory, no, Maze. Not. No safeguard.
Nope.
I see. Well, then maybe her irritability comes from something else. Probably something involving her parents or her childhood. That's what
Right.
my guess would be.
How would you
think
make
it's-
that deduction?
I think it's mostly concerning the tattoo thing. Whatever's behind that.
Well, when the time's right, maybe I'll ask. I doubt that she'll be open with me, though.
As you guys
Sure.
finish up that conversation, you do go into this back alley. It's right next to a tattoo shop and a laundromat. It is Deladego's Quick Fixes. It's the
Just-
only one that's open out of the two of them. Actually, no, the tattoo shop's also open. But the neon is missing a couple of letters, and it's the electricity humming noise is very annoying.
Really quickly. Oh, sorry. Just real quick before we go in, I'm gonna tap Kyachi on the shoulder and say,
I mean, if this guy's a gnome and he can get our collars off, we gonna have any issues?
No, that's just stupid.
Do I hear this
All right.
at all?
No, you
Yeah.
walked away from us.
No,
You're not part of our
we're
group.
here. But we're here though,
"Yeah,
right?
This is right outside the shop."
If you can hear this from 10 feet away, Maze, Michael, then you can probably hear.
Yeah, I say leave him outside.
As we're walking, can I also be looking for mistletoe?
Mistletoe?
What?
Sure. I doubt that you'll find any out here, outside of like a floral shop or a grocery.
Yeah, just kind of like any kind of like bushes or whatever or something like that.
There are almost no plants like at all. Like you'll
Okay.
see some weeds and you see some creeper vines, but something like a bush of mistletoe is going to be hard to find in this area.
Okay. What would I need to roll? Perception or investigation?
Nature, survival, perception.
Okay, I'm gonna go with perception. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with. I'll roll survival this time.
Okay.
18.
18? Sure. This place is way too hot and humid for mistletoe to grow. You'll have to
Mhm.
find it from a store.
Got it. Cool.
I walk inside.
Okay. You head inside.
Before I go inside, I try to dust off myself as the best I can.
Oh, you go inside with two? Okay. All right.
As soon as I notice he goes
Yeah.
inside, I just audibly cough.
Cough for what?
Because
Hope
Kachi
you're
went
wearing your
inside.
mask. All right. Once you head
Ah.
inside, you see that it is pretty much the same as a pawn shop, but I guess a little bit more junky. There's half-made robots all over the place. There's holodecks and data pads. They all look kind of broken and busted. And you see there's a gnome over to the side, just fixing things, and there is an orc. It looks like a security guard. just snoring away on a short stool on the corner.
Can I investigate or roll a perception to see how illicit this place is? Because I'm assuming if it's a back alley place, there's probably some illicit activity that happens here.
I walk up to the counter.
All right, let's do Maze's roll and then go to the interaction that 23 has. So
Sure.
what's the roll?
What's the roll?
Yeah, you said you were going to make an investigation to see how
Yes, let me make an
underhanded this
investigation
place
check.
is.
Give me a 12.
12.
Yep.
They have a business license. It looks like these guys are, at least recognized by the government, but it's seedy as hell. Like you don't need to have too high of a perception to know that it's seedy looking.
So these are the
And that's
guys
what
you
you're
would
thinking
go to
about.
do like a car inspection. They're like, "Oh, your wheel's kind of busted, but I'll just say it's cool."
Pretty much.
Okay.
But while you're thinking and gathering your thoughts about like how bad it is, 23 is going over to the counter.
Hello, is it a guy or a girl behind the counter?
It is a guy.
Hello there, good fellow. We're looking for a service that you may or may not offer. Essentially, I point at my neck. I'm trying to get this off, and so are the rest of my friends here. Is this something that you would be able to help us with?
The gnome turns around, and what you thought is one of just like a jeweler or a horologist's glasses is actually just a giant cybernetic implant on his eye that's telescoping outwards. And it's almost right at your face. It's only a couple of inches off your face when he turns around.
I don't flinch.
Cool. Oh, so cool. Yeah. All right. Let me take a look at this. He ducks down, and his eye mechanism. You hear it going whirring around. Bzzz.
Yeah, I like lean in.
As you're doing that, you see that the all four of y'all's chokers, your necklaces, start to glow. They're not all the way solid yet, but you all do see like the white part of it going.
All right, I'm gonna walk up next to 23 while this is happening.
He goes, "Damn, kid, this is some high grade shit. This is prison tech, ain't it?"
It is.
Can you get it off or not?
Surprised on how honest 23 is.
I look back at like Maze, and I with the like, you need to chill look.
This is taking
Yeah,
forever.
I say,
Look, I mean, first of all, if it makes a difference, the prison isn't around anymore. And secondly, we'd be willing to do you a favor for it.
True.
Well, I guess I am in this line where favors mean something. But this is gonna cost you, like, a lot. I ain't never seen anything like this. I can tell, like, a third of what's going on here. But I'm gonna have to call somebody in, too. So...
Well, call who you need. We don't have any money, but we're willing to work off our debt.
I want to insight check him on that. Saying
I'm telling the truth. We will work off our debt.
no. I will incite Talladega as well.
Yeah, I'm
paranoid.
Dude, I don't like gnomes, dude.
What the fuck?
Can I size them up?
They're small because they're gnomes.
No, I mean the
I'm
orc
gonna
as well. Like
incite Talladega as well.
11 from me.
17 for me.
Okay, so Kyachi just immediately just distrusts it. There is a little bit of shadiness to his character. Safeguard is a little bit more insightful because he is a little bit more insightful. You know that it feels like he's telling the truth, but he's not really that willing to take whatever you guys are bringing up to him.
can I insight to see if we can take him in a fight?
No.
Why?
That's like a specific spell, I'm pretty sure.
I actually, my inquisitive feat lets me do that as an actual like action in combat, so I'm assuming it translates into.
Well, first off, you're not in combat, and second, insight doesn't tell you if you can beat the shit out of somebody.
What would I need to roll to do like a general if we got into physical combat with these people, we could fight them.
I'm pretty sure that's an actual spell in D&D, right? Like,
well, it's
No,
it's an
it's a
ability
fighter's
that
cheat.
fighters have.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can
well,
give
then
you
there
a
you go.
general sense, Michael, but you're gonna have to give me something to work off of if you want to size them up.
I'm
I
looking
can
at
tell
their
you, like,
muscles.
you
I'm
feel
looking
like
at
you
their
can beat the shit out of
technology.
this person.
I'm looking at their. Sorry, go ahead.
You feel like you can beat the shit out of this person, just you yourself, because it's an old decrepit gnome
I'm
with
talking
like
about the orc
a
as
weird
well.
eyeball.
I'm sizing up how muscular the orc is, how battle hardened he is.
Oh, the orc. You have no idea. The orc's bigger. Like, but it could all just be fat. The uniform is kind of lumpy. You can't really tell whether that's all muscle or whether that's padding.
Okay, sure. I won't do anything then. For now.
Okay. So yeah, Safeguard know that he is telling the truth about what he's saying, but he doesn't really. He isn't comfortable dealing with you. 3 or 4, I mean, and Kachi just doesn't like this guy at all.
I grab
Okay.
SG4, I grab 23, and I grab Catch, and I signal for them to come outside for a second to talk.
I put my hand up like, wait, like we just got here to talk to this person. I don't say that out loud though, but I just put my hand up. I look back at this guy. What is he doing right now?
Waiting on you guys. It hasn't been that long of a lull in the conversation.
Yeah, so okay. Well, so should we come back at a later point when your contact is here, or is there someone that we should report to?
Well, so here, I'm not gonna charge you for anything yet because I don't even know if I can take off those things.
Understood.
For my partner to come in and check you guys out, that's gonna be some money. So at least I'm gonna need a down payment for that or a favor.
Well, we could do either. I guess how much would you need?
Just for the consultancy,
Sure.
probably gonna be 10 naptocreds. We'll do fine.
10
I look back.
naptocreds? Are you kidding me?
What?
What sort of a favor would you be looking for as substitution?
Well, I only can get that guy to stay here in case, ruffians come in and start messing with my stuff. But he used to also be my collections agent. He's pointing at the orc. Right now I can't. So if you guys can get some money back for me, we'll call it square. I'll call my consultant over.
Why don't you give us the address of the person that you're looking to collect on and what it is that you're looking to collect? And we'll
Okay.
either come back to you with the collection or we'll come back to you with the NAFTA creds.
I agree. Seems like something within our wheelhouse.
I lean
Yeah.
to
All right.
SG4.
All right. Makes sense. Here. This is a local DJ.
Mhm.
You could call him that. His
He's
name
on the
is
business.
M Crib. Warforged, gnome built, not like you. Dang, those elves make pretty ones. But anyway, yeah, he's got some tech systems that he didn't really pay for. So if you can get about maybe a K from him, like that's the amount that the system he said he was going to pay for, or get the sound systems back, like just anything in his house, because I'm pretty sure he didn't have anything before he came over here. We'll call it square. I'll call my specialist, and we'll take a look at y'all's little problems. I would say if you guys are going to be here longer, invest in some turtlenecks.
Oh, well, they go away after a little bit of time.
Do you say that to him?
Why
Yeah.
are you telling him everything about our necklaces?
Sure, but
He's the expert. We're asking for his help. The more that he knows about the necklaces, the better.
sure, but just from cursory looks, it looks like it might be a little sensitive to gnome tech. So if you head somewhere that's got a lot of gnome tech, like more than this place, they might start doing something. And second, they also see him, and if you allow him to, he reaches
Yeah.
up and taps where the necklace could be. They seem a little bit pressure sensitive, so they're gonna spark up anytime it looks like they're getting hit. Just
See
saying.
you, friend. I look back at Maze. See, we didn't know the whole thing about the gnome tech. Something
just
to look out
sigh.
for.
I just sigh.
All right, my good man. We'll be back soon enough. Have a good evening in the meantime. I walk outside.
As we walk outside, as soon as we get outside, I turn to everyone and say, I don't know why we're wasting time. We just beat him up.
Why would we beat him up? He's gonna help us.
Well, we could just skip the whole do this for me, do that for me thing and just take it from him. He's obviously not a good guy, so I don't feel bad about doing this.
You know that he's a bad person. What has he done that's so bad?
Are you not... When were you born? How old are you? Look around. We're in a back alley dealership. He obviously has contacts with the underworld. So if we were to harm
I'm
him...
3. And second off, even though he has contacts with the underworld doesn't necessarily make him a bad person. You're a prisoner and you're not a bad person.
I wouldn't put
Well.
that ahead of me at all, actually.
Well, listen, everyone has the capacity for redemption. In the meantime, I think that he's given us a deal and we can go ahead and if we don't like the guy, we can go somewhere else. Or we could try to collect on this debt that's owed. Or we can try to make the money ourselves.
SG4, what do you think?
Look, I'm not necessarily opposed to immoral actions under the vast majority of circumstances, but I do think that while we have prisoner collars around our necks, might not be the best time to engage in shady activities like beating up a shopkeeper and trying to take all their shite. So I say
I'm not saying we steal from him.
Yeah, I say we collect a debt from whoever owes this guy, give it back, and see what his friend can do. And if they can get the collars off, better for us. I don't mind doing some work.
We should agree on a story. I think it's better if people think that we're slaves and not prisoners. That would explain the collars.
I don't mind that.
So we're runaway slaves?
Yes.
Pablo.
Slaves that were perhaps sold to the prison for prison labor.
That doesn't make
Pablo,
any... That doesn't make any sense.
To my knowledge, are there like homeless shelters around that give off like
it's a gnome planet.
Like
the whole goddamn planet is a homeless shelter.
like free clothes and stuff like that.
I mean, you weren't looking
like
out
a goodwill
for it.
place.
You
No,
weren't
but
looking out for it when you guys were walking around. Like, it's plausible and very probable that there are homeless shelters, but you didn't notice any while you were,
Okay. So thinking about that, I am now going to keep an eye out for mistletoe and a homeless shelter so we could possibly get some clothes.
Okay.
Is it really not feasible for slavers to sell slaves to prisons?
No.
Here, as far as you know, there's a 50-50 chance. It just depends on which prison that you guys are talking about.
Out of character, prison labor is a real thing. There's lots of money to be made off slaves. Now, I'm not saying that our prison was like that dirty, but the idea of there in the galaxy being a prison that you can literally just kidnap people and sell people to, that's totally plausible. Right?
Yes,
so
but what I'm saying is it's a 50-50 shot. If you give the name of the wrong prison, they might go like, wait a second, that's a nice prison.
I get that. We would say that we don't even know the names. We could say that we didn't even get there. All right, back in character. So, I just think that we could just tell a story that we were kidnapped, enslaved, that's where we met each other, and we were on our way to a prison. That explains the collars, if anyone ever asks. It also explains our wardrobe, if anyone asks why we're wearing that.
I agree. I think it's a good strategy.
Hopefully it won't even come up at all. So, we have our address here. Are we going to go to this DJ's house, or are we going to try to find the money some other way?
Yeah, we could go to a DJ. But keep an eye out for a homeless shelter. We might be able to get some clothes like that.
Well, you want us to dress like homeless people.
Do you think they'll have clothes in our size? I guess they'll have clothes for you.
I mean,
yes, but this is a inclusive world. They should have. There was a hobo lizard man. They'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know why you use quotes around those words.
In any regard, so I'm fine. But that's a good idea, Kiyachi.
I can't make heads or tails of these address. Maze, could you possibly lead the way for us? I pass the address over to you.
I take a look at it. I probably saw like some rune etchings of what I assume are addresses walking over here, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but none of them looks like this address.
Right. So
Can we just go back to the ship and like enter it?
how long
and
would
have
that
it find
take?
it for us?
It's not written in common or universal.
It is written in common. It's just you have no idea what the fuck these streets are. Like,
Okay.
you guys aren't from around here.
That's why I handed it to the most intelligent person.
I can't just look at it. Don't
I don't know, I
aren't you a
figured you could.
ranger? Don't you have like an ability where you can like know things?
I'm a
Catchy?
monk.
Dude, I'm. Yeah, who are you talking to, Michael?
I'm talking to Catchy.
Kachi. He said your name.
I know the basic layout, but I don't know.
Okay, you don't know anything. I understand. I go up to an elf or any kind of person in the street and I ask them, who is there anyone around here?
Yeah, sure. You see an elf and a genasi. Well, just because you said elf, there's an elf, there's a genasi, and there's just a multitude of gnomes.
I asked the gnomes.
A gnome?
Yep, I just asked them. I just asked them, hey, we don't have to roleplay. I'm just gonna say, hey, do you know where this dress is?
Okay, it's a gnome female with a mohawk. She looks all punked up, and she looks at it, goes, yeah, this is for... Oh, hey, I know this guy. He's opened up a new club. I'm going after... I'm actually heading over there right now.
Oh, can we join
Perhaps
you?
we could go with you.
Oh, wow.
We're new
Guys.
around here. We're looking for a nice night out with me and the boys
I try to hide
and our dog.
kind of like
Stop
make
talking.
myself inconspicuous.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me a second. I'm waiting for somebody too. So just
Also,
hang out
nice
for a little.
hair. Where'd you get your haircut done?
Oh, thanks. Do you know Zackelby's?
Zackleby? No, I'm not from around here, sadly.
Well, that's where I got my hair from. Just give me a second. I need to make a call.
Sure.
Insight check on that.
Why are you inciting her? She's
And-
done
and
nothing.
if anything,
Distrustful.
if she's suspecting us of anything, or is she just trying to make a call?
All right, roll.
She's just making a call.
Nat 20, 24.
Nice.
Bro, she does not trust you motherfuckers at all. She is the kind of... She's a good actress, but you probably shouldn't trust her.
What?
I walk up to Safeguard and like, I'm not being racist, but I don't think she likes us.
I mean, we are sketchy as shite, so I don't really blame her at all.
So
I'm
maybe
gonna-
we should just ask for the directions and then we could just go on our way.
Yeah. He nods. I'm gonna walk up and just kneel down and say,
Hi, would you mind just giving us the directions and we'll be on our way. And I hope you have a good time at the club.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine. And she tells you where to go. It's not too far away from here. It's like maybe a 30-minute walk on foot. All right. I guess I'll see you guys there.
Why are we going ahead? What
Have a good
happened?
one.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we
Let's
sure we
go.
don't want to go in a group?
Yes.
We are
I
in a
mean,
group.
we are a group.
Our group.
Not what I meant, but okay.
I guess I can
decided to
pick up
follow
on that
along.
and follow them. Kinda.
As we're walking in a 30 minutes timeline, I am looking for still mistletoe, and I am still looking for like a homeless shelter or some kind of like a Goodwill place.
Okay. You do.
Actually, not
Yeah.
Goodwill because Goodwill is like a shop.
Yeah. If you guys are walking along, you do see a what looks like a florist's, but it's closed. There's like a 90% chance that they're gonna have mistletoe in there. You do not see a homeless shelter as you guys are walking down the full 30 minutes. If you guys aren't stopping.
Okay.
I asked the party, why did we leave our possible guide to walk there in a dangerous alley in the middle of the night?
She doesn't like us.
Fine.
Is that a homeless shelter?
I'm looking around.
Didn't you say that we passed
the
one?
answer is no.
I'm tripping. Okay, never mind.
No,
Why
that's
are you guys
that's a
dawdling?
bakery.
I briskly start jogging because this is actually I'm getting annoyed. The longer this night goes, I'm getting more and more annoyed.
I just walk.
Yeah, same.
All right.
Got long
As
legs.
you guys are going, you actually
I'm
reach the
trotting
place.
because they have big feet and long legs.
It's not, I mean, a club in the sense of a club. It looks more like a concert venue for small indie shows. Really, it looks like somebody's house, but it's a nice converted house that's pretty big. You see a lot more alternative-looking folks in the front of it. Notably, there's more races here than there are gnomes. Like it's not gnomish majority,
Okay.
but everybody has like chains and leather and black and garish colors
Punks,
if it's
man.
not black, and everybody has weird haircuts.
I want to make a
Nice.
perception check to see if they're playing actual underground music or are they posers playing underground music that has become mainstream.
You've been in jail for 3 years. You don't know what's hot in the streets anymore.
I'm
okay?
pretty sure I
wouldn't-
listened to
I
some
don't
jail.
know if I would trust your trend making system. I'm kidding.
Mace got put in the trap before the Migos dropped their first album, and she gets out and doesn't understand the triplet beats.
It's like, what is this? Why are there so many ad libs everywhere? But I
Are
actually
there
do want to
any-
roll if I know any of this music, just to be a
You
snob.
don't have to roll. You don't. It's all really weird synth techno punk.
Oh, interesting. Seems the times have changed since I've been in jail. Taste
I
of
wanted to
music sound
check-
better.
To make sure that the address that we had is the address on the like that we're at the right place. Because the last guy was saying that it might be an apartment that we're going to, but we're at a club.
Yeah, it's in the same block. So like just by deduction, M Crib is probably lives nearby, and this is just the closest venue to his house.
Mm.
Can I ask? I'm just gonna start asking people if M Crib is here.
While
can
he's
I-
doing that, I want to roll investigation to see like either investigation or perception to see like what the security detail is here.
All
I
right.
I
also-
helped 23 with that. Yeah.
I
Okay.
also want to make a check to see what types of people are here.
Sure.
and is
We'll
there anything else
go with Maze's roll, then 23 and Safeguard's roll, and then Kiachi's roll. So, Maze, what's your roll?
Oh, well, I'm just asking people. I'm not actually rolling. Is me asking someone
Oh,
where
yeah.
M Crib is a roll?
No. We'll get to you last then, because
Sure.
that's an actual role play thing. Safeguard and 23. What's up?
Perception or investigation?
Perception. You're just looking. You're not actually asking people, are you? You're not going like, "Hey, what's the
No.
security of this place?"
Damn, not good. 9, but I have advantage, so roll again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Come on,
There's also advantage option.
not great.
All right.
Well,
So
it won't
9,
better, man.
I'm assuming 9 was the highest.
No,
No,
10 is the
10.
highest.
10 is the highest. Okay, there is a bouncer at the front, but you're craning your neck. It doesn't seem like, unless whatever you would have done, you're not pushing further than just like, okay, there is at least a bouncer, and the bouncer is a dragonborn.
We're not in the club yet, right?
Nope. You're just milling on the outside.
Actually, can I just see like what kind of people are here? Do I see any kobolds to be exact? Per
No,
se.
no kobolds.
Okay. But
Closest
mostly
thing are like a couple of lizard folk.
okay. So what's how many races are here specifically?
You can't keep track of it. They keep going in and out. Like people come in or people are leaving. The only constant is that there's some music playing in the inside.
Is there a line?
No, doesn't look like there is. People are just socializing on the outside, but there's a lot of them.
Actually, can I do a perception check to see if I can see any hidden weapons on these concert goers?
Sure.
Perception, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Maze, are you still talking to people even though we're not inside the club?
17.
Nice.
A couple of them are. There's just some lumps in their clothes where people really shouldn't have lumps.
Okay.
All right, let's go to Maze. You're talking to people. A couple of elf girls basically say, "Yeah, M Crib is here. I don't know when his set's gonna start," and that's about as clear as you get from anybody else. But before you can act on that information, it's time for us to take a break. We'll see you guys back here in 5 minutes. All right, and here we are back again in AstraRunners, a Dungeons and Dragons, the advanced stage stream. All right, actual play podcast. If we ever are going to be making a podcast, but we are actual play.
This is our actual play podcast. What do you mean?
We have a podcast.
It's a live
This is our
podcast.
podcast.
That's okay. All right. Well, we'll talk about semantics later. So you're talking with these two elf girls. And I do mean that they are girls. They are very young. They look like maybe they're fresh out of college. You can never really tell with elves, but the way they carrying themselves, they are not the, oh, I'm 1,000 years old, actually.
My character, Maze, doesn't
That's code
care.
for don't hit on the elves.
I'm not going to hit on the elves. Like, my Maze does not care at all. Unless they notice my symbol and they act weird. Then I will talk to them.
One of them actually compliments you, nice ink. What does it mean?
I tell her, you probably don't know about it. Don't worry.
Oh, she presses you a little bit about it. Like, oh, really? I mean, maybe I'm interested in hearing about it, is the gist of what she's saying.
How much do you know about the dark sector?
Is that a band?
I scoff and I just ignore her.
It is a band.
I scoff and I ignore her and I walk inside.
Okay.
I hang back a little bit. I want to see if it's easy for everybody to get inside or if the bouncer's stopping anybody. I don't know anything about clubs, so I'm just kind of looking a little while before I actually walk in.
The bouncer does stop you, Maze, and goes, whoa, take it easy now. Can I see your wristband?
My wristband? Is there a cover tonight?
Yeah.
Maze is a woman. Women don't pay for covers at clubs. Okay.
He's not incorrect.
Not a club. It is a indie little music shindiggy place.
That means there's less women here, so they would want me.
Yeah, women get into all that shit for free.
This is the year 4020, and it's very, very equal opportunity. No, they do not. They still ask for your wristband.
How much is cover tonight?
I'm gonna rock up to Maze and say,
"Are you having trouble getting in? I thought Crib wanted us to look at his tech."
Yeah, but apparently we need a wristband to get in.
You guys are with Crib?
Yes, we had to look at his speakers, his system.
He recently made a purchase for some new tech for his set, and we were just supposed to come and make sure that everything was working well before he started.
Okay, one of y'all roll a deception. It looks like the bouncer is buying it a little bit, but now it's you to sell it with your.
Do we get advantage for us both trying to sell it?
What color is Dragonborn, by the way?
I can make it
because Kyachi is an extreme racist and cares about skin color. It is a green Dragonborn.
Go ahead and roll, Hawthorne.
Okay.
15.
Is that with advantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
No or yes? Oh, sorry, y'all both said so. Yeah. That's with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Dragonborn looks down and goes, all right, okay. Head inside the he's gonna be on the second stage.
I sell it even further by putting a finger to my ear and say, "Yeah, I know, we're coming in right now."
I just walk behind the.
I trail behind too.
Safeguard.
Wait, are these two with you too?
Yeah, look at our outfits. We're all in the same tech group.
I shake my head, yes.
Okay, roll a second deception for that shit, because now he's like he was okay with buying it with the techie
Donovan,
looking human.
You roll deception.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
With advantage because we're helping him.
I say,
I mean, not the safest area around here. We have to get some sort of protection on the way.
That's fine. Then they can stay out here if they, if they're not part of your crew.
Let's see.
You rolled a 16.
16.
So, but if they are, I guess they can come in.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Can I mind trick him real quick?
No, hey, actually, let's keep it in character. Donovan, say something that is like, yes, we are part of the crew. Say something like mildly to that effect.
Oh, we're all together in the same crew. I don't know what else to tell you. He's waiting on us.
Alright, we just have different roles. We're in charge of looking at the tech. They're in charge of following us and making sure everything goes smoothly.
You know the crowd
This
that
is a
M Crib runs
really
around
big
in.
room for a one-man gig, but all right, go ahead.
We won't be here long.
We
Walk inside.
I strut
Moonwalk
inside like how I
by.
think kids move, you know? I'm an old
Uh,
lady.
he calls back to you guys. Use the service stages. Use the back ends. Don't crowd in the middle of the actual floors.
Okay.
Okay, we do that.
As we were walking back there, I kind of whispered to the rest of the group. Now, I know that this is collections, and maybe some people might think that we should approach this violently, but I see no reason why we can't just ask for the equipment back or ask for the payment back.
Yeah, we don't have to use violent at first.
I agree.
Try to refrain from violence in general.
But sometimes violence is
sure.
needed.
Sometimes,
that's fine.
that's what I say as I walk inside. Do we
Sure,
see this guy?
23. If you want to do the talking.
As you guys are going to the backstage area, you see some pretty interesting people. There's some minotaurs there. They are actually playing music on their horns. And a couple of just regular human bands. They have instruments or anything.
Tell me what the music sounds like.
Okay. It sounds all right.
Tell me what it sounds like, not what you think it sounds like, Pablo.
Dude, it sounds tribal. Like for the Minotaurs, it sounds very tribal, but
They playing drum and bass or something? What's going on here?
Yeah, sure. There's some didgeridoos too for whatever reason.
I act like I know what this is. Like, this is pretty good stuff.
Insight on that bitch.
Excuse me?
So do we see this guy?
No, but you guys do see that there is. So everybody else has pretty normal looking tech. At least for a layman, it seems pretty. All right. I've seen this in a movie once. This is what I expect tech to look like. And then on the far side, where again, the second stage would be, you see some like really nice chromed out shit. M Crib is like emblazoned all over in both. Not in both, in like most of the major language runes, and there's just these two giant speakers and this deck like that's just very nice in the middle.
I'm looking for security cameras as we're walking.
I walk over to the tech.
Hold on. Before he does that,
what are we doing? We need a plan. We can't just go in there and take it. You're right.
I do look at go to safeguard and is like, there's a few people here that has that's packing some weapons. Maybe we could lift some off, give us a little edge.
Who are you talking to?
I mean,
He's talking to me.
Sorry.
I mean, we could give it a go, maybe. Depends on where they have them stashed. We need to find someone who sort of got it in an easily pickable pocket, but if you want to try, I could maybe see if I could help out.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Sure.
Stop 23. He's a little
Yeah,
gung-ho on the
Before
whole
23
nonviolent
walks
thing.
away. Sorry, go ahead, Jue. Sorry, I got you off.
No, that's it.
Okay.
And then I want to roll for perception, I guess, or investigation.
Yeah,
to
before we all
see-
split, I tell everyone maybe we should wait until the concert's over before we try to coerce him into giving back the equipment. There's a lot of people around here. He might scream.
Wait. I thought his set wasn't starting yet. The lady outside said that she didn't know when it was supposed to start.
Right, but there are a lot of people here. If we were to cause a scene, instead of waiting until the end of his set where he's leaving.
Is he playing right now?
He's not. It's just the equipment that you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
We go into his green room and handle this with him one-on-one away from some prying eyes. And I agree, Kyachi, we should maybe see if we can pick something off of someone so that we can be a little bit more formidable. But let's wait and see how this goes with Crib first.
Wait, so you're saying we should interrogate him now before his set and more people coming in, and then once he leaves, wouldn't he just yell for help as soon as we lead him out of our sight?
I mean,
The Waveform has an apartment.
Why don't we just follow him after his set?
That's true.
we could do that if we wanted to catch him alone. That sounds fine.
I was just chilling by the tech. I'm assuming he's not around here yet. I figure he's gonna show up to where his stuff is eventually.
Yeah, he's not here. The only thing there is like other people and his equipment. So
Yeah, is your plan to
Crib
just take the
himself isn't
tech
there.
out and inconspicuously in front of people?
Bro, I feel like I just out of character. Like we could just start packing this shit up, and then people will be like, "What are y'all doing?" It'd be like, "Oh, he didn't pay for any of this. We're repo man. Like we're here to take all this shit." And they'd be like, "Oh, well, that's between him and who he paid for." I don't know.
mean, if you want to do that, I won't stop you.
That was actually not my plan. My plan was just to wait by his equipment because essentially he'll eventually show up there. But that could be a plan. I mean, that's literally what a repo person does. They don't ask. They just show up and take your shit.
If you think we can handle everyone in this club, I guess you can call it, then sure, let's do that.
Well,
I mean,
we can either get the payment or get the stuff back. I figure we could maybe start packing it up. I don't know. I haven't touched it yet.
Well, I'm assuming
Speak to him first.
I'm assuming if this M crib got these illicitly, he's not paying back his debts. He's not the most trustable person, not the most savory person. So violence may come up if that's what you want to do.
Well, no. I mean, but he's not here now. How long would it take us to pack all this stuff up?
As an actual tech, it would take you 15 minutes, so people would know.
I mean, Maze, I don't necessarily disagree that maybe waiting for his set to finish and then following him back to wherever he lives is a bad idea. My only concern would be, I mean, it's a club. Most DJs don't go home after their set's done.
Right,
Or
so
at
we
least
can
not
sit
right
here
away.
and enjoy this nice music that I can talk to you guys about because obviously I have better taste than you. And then, at the end of the night, we'll catch him alone. We'll take the stuff, no harm, no foul. If he fights back, we'll convince him otherwise.
I'm personally
He might
fine
have
with that.
money. He might have money after the thing.
I agree. I'm
Well, if he's
personally
a bad
fine with
person,
this
I don't see a
plan.
problem with taking his money.
I guess if that's the case, I'll do a little exploration. I start walking around the club.
Okay.
Hey, Pablo,
So-
I hit escape and I go to skip time. I fast forward 4 hours and I type hit enter.
All right, I'm gonna ask you guys what you're doing because outside knowledge, Mcrib's set is gonna start in an hour, and he's gonna keep playing for about an hour. So whatever y'all are doing, it's gonna be 2 hours worth of time, or one and a half. He's not that popular. It's only gonna be 30 minutes worth of music.
Oh, he's the opener?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's not. There's not even like
There's
a
no main
real
band, dude.
He's
what's
the
it called program
pre-opener.
here.
Oh, is he?
Okay, so Michael, I'll ask you first. What are you gonna do for about an hour and a half?
Is there a terminal around here?
No, it doesn't look like there's a public one. There is a terminal for next to the bar area, but it looks like it's like for public calls, etc., not really for somebody to just surf on the web or anything.
I guess if I have to wait and I have nothing else to do, I would start just talking to people. Obviously, with my tattoo fully in sight, since it's a kind of a seedy underground kind of place, maybe someone will notice it. But I'm more of just talking because I haven't been, out of jail in a while, so this is nice.
Okay, I'll roll on a random table, see if anybody interesting hits you up. But okay, 23. What are you gonna do for an hour and a half?
I'm dancing.
Hell yeah.
It's a real kid.
I've never danced before, but when I see people moving their bodies, I'm like, it's kind of like martial arts. And I start doing martial arts like on
Yeah.
the dance floor.
Are you basically
doing
Samurai
Tai Chi in
Jack
the
in that
corner.
one episode?
Yes.
Can you roll performance to see how bad he dances?
We're gonna.
I'll roll performance.
Yes, please roll performance.
All right, let's see. Holy shit. This is
You
the
have
role
a
that I
kid-
need.
Everyone looks over and there's just a huge cat guy doing Tai
Ah.
Chi in the corner of the dance floor to like some deep house EDM.
It's only a 13, so maybe a little.
Okay,
above average
you do
dancing.
not make too much. Well, when people look at you, they know you're doing it correctly, but you're not doing it so well that they're like, "Oh man, everybody clear out, make a ring around this guy."
I'm just having fun. I'm just doing me, okay?
Yeah, no, very
God.
casually,
This is great.
just doing that. And you have the stamina. You can do this for an hour and a half. Maybe you
Huh.
go to the bar and get some water every so
It's
often.
exercise.
Yeah, no, there's like a bowl on the
free.
floor for like the cat people to like lick. Like, After they go to the floor.
Okay. Now the people who actually are going to try to do something in this hour and a half space. 23 and Kyachi. Not 23 and
Safeguard.
Kyachi. Safeguard and Kyachi. What are
Yeah.
y'all doing?
I'm gonna look for easy marks of some weapons we could just lift off of someone.
Okay, roll me a perception.
I will help him do that.
Yeah, so you guys are there basically ass hunting. People are thinking you guys are just checking people out, but
Nice.
we really know what
18.
you're doing. 18?
Yep.
Yeah. I want my
Okay,
gun.
there is a very rich looking fuck, what are they called? Shifter. There's a very rich looking shifter with a bunch of friends off to the side. Looks very, very spoiled. You see that he has a blaster on his side. It flashes occasionally. It's not like he's flashing it for everybody to see, but with your keen, catchy eyes, you do see that he's concealing a very elegant looking blaster.
How would you know he's a shifter?
It's it's not a changeling. It's a shifter. It's
Right, but he would look a human, right? He's not in his shifter form.
Shifters look animalistic. They look like a little bit less of a were animal when they're in their non-shifted form.
Yeah, there's just something about the eyes, something about the tips of the ears that aren't really elvish, and just a little bit more excessively hairy.
Maybe he's a furry. You don't know.
Could be. That's just Kachi's in Kachi's mind, it's a shifter.
His racist mind.
Yeah. The racist mind of Kyachi Clink. That's our spinoff.
Everybody else seems like they have not everybody, but a few other people seem to have there's somebody's got a blackjack, somebody's got like a billy club, but the only person that has like a really nice thing. There's also other blasters too, but this guy's blaster is really top of the line.
Okay. Is he distracted enough that we can maybe try to pull a lift?
He's talking to people.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kneel down and say,
I can try and run distraction if you want to try and grab it off of him.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sure.
Yeah, and maybe we could get some. I saw a few other stuff that the others might be able to use too.
I'm over here just jacking people.
I already have a blaster. I don't know what else.
Man, these poses don't need it.
Man, 23, you're out there on the dance floor. Where are your priorities, dude? All right. Y'all head up to him, and the shifter goes, so I says to him, no, babe, that's going to be 7 Ks, not 3. Excuse you. And some of them laugh. Some of them are just like, eh. But the guy doesn't seem to be noticing.
I tell Kyachi, I motion to him to go around the back so he can get to this guy's blaster side. And I'm just gonna walk up to this guy. What's he wearing?
So everybody else has alternately punky / looking gear. He has the same looking stuff, but there's more hints of chrome and gold.
Does he have a super cool jacket on? Or
yeah. He's got a super cool jacket on. He's got some cool boots. A lot of arm gear, and it looks like he has some augments on him, but you can never really tell how deep those go.
Is there a brand on the jacket?
Yeah, there is. I'll think of a name later, but it is a well-known. We'll make it Caraldi. It's a Caraldi jacket. It's expensive.
Okay, leather. Yeah, I walk up and I say,
"Is that a Caraldi leather jacket you've got on? Pretty fucking nice."
The guy goes, "You noticed? You are a man of taste. I got this off of the line just from Caraldi himself. Connections."
This guy sounds like a poser.
It's one of the great tragedies of my life that clothing isn't really that useful to me. I'm really into, fashion. I mean, look at the looks we've got going on here tonight, but I've got to say, my friend, out of all of them, you stand head and shoulders above the rest with that genuine piece.
Why, thank you. Thank you. And you know what? I can tell that you're a custom job yourself. You don't look like mass manufactured like all these other little things here. M-Crib, the guy who we're waiting on, he could take some pointers from you, man. Or at least whoever made you.
All credit would have to go to my creator, and, well, I don't know if that's necessarily entirely accurate. Have you heard of Eliastre?
Sounds like an elf.
Well, I suppose of sorts. The Dark Dancer, the Lady of the Dusk. She's a goddess. I was sort of made in her image, I suppose you could say. So yeah, custom job would probably be pretty accurate.
Oh, okay. I see. It's one of those god things. You're not trying to convert me or anything, are you?
Do I look like someone who'd be trying to convert? My maker was a fucking drow, mate. I don't give a shit who you worship.
All right. Okay.
As
So-
he's talking,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is
Yeah.
basically the gist of your conversation.
Are you hitting on him? What are you doing?
Who knows?
They're running the honeypot, okay? Seduce and betray.
All right, so
he got money. He
again,
did-
this is just a very small side thing, but Kachi, you see that he's very engrossed with your friend and slowly has been led to not the most isolated part, but there's at least nobody talking to him or paying attention to the shifter kid anymore.
All right, and I'm gonna go. Can I roll with advantage?
For sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. He's too distracted.
I'm like lifting up the hand that the blaster side is
Oof.
on and like inspecting the cuff of the jacket and just being like, look at this.
Not good. I rolled a
You
9.
feel like
This is
someone's
amazing.
This is who's hitting on him.
Wait, you had advantage. The first one was
Yeah.
an 18.
What was it?
Yeah.
No, was it?
Yeah, it was. He did roll advantage.
Oh shit. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
I got an
wait. I guess the first one was a perception roll, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, my bad.
He rolled,
No,
he rolled
no,
a 9.
no,
He
no.
rolled a 9.
Yeah, 9.
That's something else entirely. So,
Yeah, my bad.
so the guy goes, "Yeah, this is so it's custom. What the fuck? Get off of me! What are you doing?"
Sorry, man. I act a little drunk, and then I just kind of just fall on the ground.
Yeah, Jesus. I mean, this place is not my style. I might just bounce. You want to come with?
Oh my god. Are you gonna fuck this guy? What's going on? You gonna fuck him? What's going on? You'll get his blaster, right? His blaster.
I think Safeguard has a like, oh shit moment.
No, I actually, unfortunately, I'm here on business, if you know what I mean myself, so.
I don't have fun with this place. I'm gonna go to somewhere that none of these people can. So, nice looking out. Maybe buff yourself a little bit more, get some shine on you. But I'm out. Peace.
Appreciate the advice.
Oh, I couldn't reach.
All right. And that was the only noteworthy thing to happen. Okay.
Pablo,
so,
I actually did want to ask people, like, a seedier looking people about, like, the local crime scene around here, since I do have underground contacts. Underground is in, like, underground. So I'm just asking, like, the local scene, what it's like who's the boss, what are the gangs, blah, blah, stuff like that.
So here's the thing. It's not actually that crime-y in this city. Like, whatever crimes that y'all pulled up with Pentadrone from last episode, most of them were, if we could say anything about it, this city still looks like how New York is, but the crime rate is new New York, not old 70s New York.
New York is pretty high crime rate. You realize
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
right?
that's what I mean.
Like, depending on what you're talking about, the crime rate is higher than
In-
modern times.
Right, but like the place looks more crime ridden than it actually is.
Got
from
it.
afar.
So it's gentrified.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. That's more
Or in
like it.
Brooklyn.
So there is a crime scene, but it's not so much that these people don't know about it. They do tell you, yeah, there's some crime scenes, etc., whatever. but the normal person wouldn't be able to tell you like who the Godfather is, like they would have been able to in the 1970s, like New York. Be
Oh,
like,
so
yeah,
if we start
gotta
just
talk to
beating up
Gino or whatever.
So if we just start
Nobody's
beating
like
up
that.
M-Crib, no one's gonna do anything, right? These are all like gentrified little bitches, right?
I mean, sure, but they also pay for gentrified security, so it's up to you.
You're right. You're not incorrect.
Hey
That makes
Pablo, how
sense.
long
I'm
did that take?
dancing even harder.
Dancing the whole time. What were you saying, Kachi?
So how long did that try to lift take? Because
An
I would like
hour.
to try again. Oh god damn.
Took an hour. Let's move on, okay?
Yeah, no,
failed.
it
That's
did
true.
take like 30 minutes and an hour, but
Alright,
after that
that's
you're
fine.
pretty demoralized. There's not really much else to do. So that was the only interesting thing that happened. Everybody roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, is there like loud like dubstep that starts playing with the roll to like not get knocked the hell out? Oof.
No.
Is this a check? A save, right?
Yeah, it's a save.
I got 10.
Wisdom.
I got a 14.
I got a nat 1.
Oof.
What about you, Safeguard?
Got a 6.
I rolled
Safeguard
a
is
nat
got a
1,
6.
dude. What the fuck?
How did you roll a nat 1 and still got an 11? Like, how much is your advantage? You're level 3.
Oh, I didn't roll a nat 1. I'm sorry. I thought I thought it was Safeguard. He rolled a nat 1. I rolled
I rolled
11.
that one.
All right.
Oh, okay, all right. Everybody except for 23 loves this music. Maybe not loves, but everybody likes it. Safeguard absolutely is vibing. He's like, oh man, this speaks to me. I'm vibrating over here.
Oh wait,
Dabbing
no,
over in the
Pablo,
corner.
you said everyone loves the music. He's vibing. Are you saying everyone hates it? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. In the group, everybody except for 23 realizes that he's just okay. But everybody else in the group thinks he's way better than he is because they're hyped up with the atmosphere. Like,
You know
What
what
the
that
shit?
means? I have the best taste.
I
Yes,
don't.
right
I
now,
don't
Daddy
consent to
has
this.
the best
Pablo,
taste.
I don't consent to this. By the way, my character would not like this. I do not consent to
dude,
this.
you've been in jail for 3 years. Unfortunately, M. Crib's showmanship, the vibe of the club, and the atmosphere of the club, that has carried you to believe that this is better music than it actually
You
is.
are breaking
Maybe
the
if you
social
listen to it in a
contract.
car by
You
yourself
are breaking
later,
the
you're
social
like, this
contract.
is
My
absolute
character does not
shit.
consent to
But-
this.
But you
I'm
right now
younger
are
than
like,
you.
wow, these are great. Oh, nice.
I'm
Cool.
younger than you, but by default, my taste is better. All right, you're over here like, what the hell? What's going on? Boomer music and shit. Oh no. You're into this, but I know
We're
this guy's
loving it.
washed up. Yeah. this
All
guy's
right.
washed
So that
Safeguard's like
happened.
rocking around at telling people
People just like, this guy's fucking great. I fucking love this.
Maybe you also see like the 2 other Warforged in the club, like also going so fucking hard. Yeah, M-Crib's so awesome.
We're just
Maybe
me
that's
singing
why
in
you
the
love
corner.
it so much. But
Yeah.
that set happens, and you see him going, thank you. There's some applause. He didn't go over badly. But
Is he a
the
Warforged?
curtain like closes, and you guys know that he's in the back again. Just
Since these guys are vibing so hard, but I'm not really as into it, I actually moved to the back before. When it seems like the set's almost over, I moved to the back while they're like, "Oh yeah, we got to hear the whole thing."
You know,
I'm like,
him making me like his music makes me hate him harder. So I'm probably gonna beat him up. Like me liking it is me hating. It's like I hate that you make me like this.
No sense.
Is M-Crib a Warforged?
yeah, M-Crib is a Warforged.
Oh yeah.
A no-made.
If we're like finding each other, our party is finding each other now at this point. I'm just like,
It's always fucking good to see one of the boys rapping the brand, you know? That was fucking great. I love this.
Kiachi is the only one you're talking to at the moment, so he's the one who's like doing that.
I'm visibly sick that I like this music.
Okay. So the
Just
3 of you
rocking
guys are in the what's it called? The dance floor, the audience still. 23. You do get a few minutes of time with M Crib until they come over.
Do we ever catch the name of the pawn shop guy?
Talladega.
Yeah, Deladega.
Oh yeah, Deladega. Hello there. I like greet him.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Nothing much, nothing much. Impressive set. It was quite good.
Nice. Always cool to meet a fan. You want me to sign something?
Yes. Well, no. Really, I need to speak with you in private, actually. It's a matter of business.
Oh, business? Nice.
Mhm.
I knew I was gonna blow up. Nice, nice, nice. So who do you work for?
I guess you could say someone pretty important. Someone that you actually have already heard of.
No way, for real?
For real, for real.
Okay,
Come
yeah,
with
sure.
me and
Where
we
do you
can
wanna talk?
discuss it more. Is there a place that's like more secluded?
He has a green room, right? Probably.
No. It's a little club. He doesn't get his own green room. He's not a like celebrity.
Yeah, can you give me a second? I just need to pack up all my stuff. You know how it is.
Absolutely. Go ahead and pack up your things. As he's doing that, I'm gonna go and get everybody else.
Okay. You do that.
As
You
I
meet
walk
them as they're
over,
going backstage again.
I go over to Safeguard. Safeguard. I think it's probably best that we encounter him in the alleyway. I've already made first contact. I'm gonna lure him back there. We will surround him, and with a little bit of pressure, tell him that he needs to pay us.
Sure. I gotta get him to sign my chassis, at least. So yeah.
I'm sure we
fuck?
can get him to do that too. Why don't you round up the rest of the party, and I want to bring him back there with just me. That way he's not intimidated by what's happening. The rest of you will kind of be outside already.
Sure.
I go round
Okay.
up the others and tell them we're meeting with 23 and M-Crib in the alleyway.
Sure. Okay. I guess that's part of the plan. Is he going to be alone? Do we know that?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Who's packing up his stuff? If he's going to go to the alley, I'm assuming he's not packing up himself.
23 just said he's gonna lure him there. So
So
Hey, Mace,
he's not
do
going to have
you-
the
you
stuff
still
with him
have
when
that-
we coerce him to give it to us. We're going to go back into the club and grab it.
I mean, if we can get his permission outside of the club, it shouldn't really be a problem.
We don't... Okay, fine. Fine, just remember we might need to use something.
No,
You still
sure.
have your weapon, Maze?
How do you know about my weapon? You never saw me with the blaster fully powered. You actually haven't seen it for a while.
I mean,
I
he
don't
knows
care
that
if
you
it
have
was-
one.
Yeah, do you have the blaster or not?
Of course
are
I
you
have the
stashing
blaster.
it?
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So again, I guess 23 is a little bit further along than you guys are.
Well, I'm leading them to the alleyway.
Can I find
Okay,
a
so
steel
you
pipe?
three are waiting in the alleyway, and 23 is what, meeting back up with M Crib, or is
Yeah,
he?
I'm meeting back up with M-Crib. Is there somebody helping him pack up, or is he packing up himself?
He's looks like he's packing up himself. There's actually two techs from what looks like the club itself packing up the speaker systems, and putting them
This-
away.
The speaker specifically, is that what we were trying to get? Or is it the equipment?
It looks like the equipment. Now that you've seen what they're doing, the chromed out pieces are just M Crib's actual like deck and stuff, and his rack and all that junk. But it looked like the speakers, the bigger pieces were the clubs.
As I walk up to him, it's a pretty big opportunity that I have for you. But in the meantime, do you need help carrying all this? It seems like a lot.
Oh no! See, I got this all custom too. Super light, man. It's just gnome built, just like me, you know.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
I think
one man
it's,
job. Very convenient.
it says a lot about a man that he has custom equipment. In any case, I really don't have a ton of time. How long is this going to take?
I'm almost done. And you see that he takes this big big metal case that he put all his stuff in, and he actually just attaches it to his back, and it kind of magnetizes onto him.
All right. Well, right this way. I don't want to talk business in here. Too many listening ears.
Yeah. Sure. My
As we
car is
get-
still up. I was gonna go home after this anyways.
Sure. As we get over, I kind of walk like so that he follows me.
Okay. So in the alleyway that you guys were talking about, there actually are some people mulling around. It doesn't seem like they're too involved with anything, but just, people
Well,
smoking and stuff.
that's on them to maybe shoo them the fuck away.
We're
I
not
don't know if they do
there. You're
anything
there
about
first.
Huh?
There first. We're not there.
No. You guys should be there before I'm there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
Was
whole
that the
thing.
plan?
We're waiting.
Yeah, that's the plan. You
Yeah,
guys are waiting for me.
Yeah, I'm leading you all over there. As soon as I see that there are some other people in in the alleyway, like, do they look like security, or are they just random people like taking a smoke or whatever?
Random people taking a smoke. It looks like one of them is wearing a staff uniform from the club, but also just smoking. It looks like he's on his break.
Okay. Quick glance. Do I see security cameras in the alley?
Yes, there is one.
Okay. I'm just gonna point of contention. As part of my background, I've got the bad reputation feat, so it's just no matter where I go, people are afraid of me due to my reputation. When you're in a civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offenses, such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern or breaking down doors at a local shop, since most people will not report your activity to the authorities. If I try and just approach these people in like I've got some business I need to do. Get the fuck out. Will they respect that?
There is one furbolg that you know depends. You don't know. He's as big as you. But the rest of them look like they probably would just leave if you told them to leave.
Okay, yeah. So I walk up to the ones that aren't the furbolg first, and I just say something like,
Gonna be doing a little bit of business here in just a few moments. If you wouldn't mind giving me some room to work, that would be great.
and then I'm going to approach the furbolg and say,
Look, you look like you know how to handle yourself, and frankly, I don't want any trouble. But I'm gonna be doing a little bit of business in this alleyway, so maybe just keep one eye closed if it's turned towards me, and we won't have anything to work over. Sound good?
He looks at you funny and goes, "You doing some shady shit here, man?"
Does it matter?
All right, I guess not.
Backs
Good.
away slowly.
He doesn't actually move, but it doesn't seem like he's doing anything else either. He's just staying where he is.
Insight check. Wait,
He's still smoking too.
Did the other people leave?
Everybody else left. There's like a couple of people who just went into their van, and it looks like the van is starting to fog up a little.
Okay.
But you know they're not completely away. Like everybody else left. It's just the furbolg who didn't seem to really give you any information about what he thinks of what you're doing here. And there are a couple of people in a van that's still in the back alley parking lot, but not, they're not leaving, but they also have the doors locked and you can see smoke like inside of their car.
Okay. I do want to insight check this Furbolg to see if he's gonna have any. If I want to see if he has any any intention to interfere with us, or
Sure.
he's just chilling out.
Sure.
$21.
nice.
It doesn't look like he was intimidated at all. You can tell like this guy's actually a little trustworthy and a good guy. So it's like if if it wasn't on the battlefield, maybe we could have been friends. But he seems like a good person, and he wasn't really intimidated by what's it called? Safeguard.
So he's gonna be a problem.
He's a goody two shoes. You look at his feet; they're shod.
Do you tell me that? Does anyone tell me that?
Yeah, I do go to safeguard, and it's like, yeah, he might be an issue. He might be trying to interfere with our business.
Oh, I just look at him at the furbolg and I say,
Collections work. You know how it is.
I back SG up, and I just say, you don't want to get involved in this. I show him my blaster.
God damn.
Oh, that the furball responds to goes, all right, and then he gets out of the alleyway.
Sometimes
I do follow
it's
him
better
a
to be
little bit
direct with
to
them.
see where he goes.
He's gonna bring a bunch
I want
of
to make sure
niggas
he's just
back.
leaving. Yeah. And
He
he's not gonna
goes
come back.
to the left.
All right, did I get there?
Yeah, as
Just-
he's leaving, the door for the back door opens. And,
Just so you know, the way that I do it is that like I walk up, and because he's holding so much stuff, like I hold the door open for him, so he actually enters the alleyway before I do.
yeah, he's talking to you about all his big plans. We'll come up with a name of it, but like the equivalent of the Spotify and SoundCloud.
It's called the cloud, dude.
It's actually about these types of opportunities that I wanted to talk to you about. As he gets into the alleyway, I like close the door behind him, and I basically lean against the door. I wanted to give you the opportunity to pay Delgado back for all the equipment that he got you. That's what I say.
I just quickly say to Kiachi,
You maybe want to keep an eye on the exit to the alleyway and make sure no one's coming. And then I'm gonna
walk, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk over.
I'm watch out
to
right now.
23.
I'm watching out.
Y'all, you guys are part of Dalladegas, huh? So this isn't about a record deal.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, once you pay off your debts with Dalagago, then you'll be able to pursue your music career. If anything, we're giving you the opportunity to free yourself up and pursue your dream.
I say, I like pat him on the shoulder and I say,
For what it's worth, mate. One warforged to another. That was a really fucking good set. I really think you've got it in you. I really think you can make it. But
I
yeah,
agree.
also, pay up, you know.
It doesn't seem to comfort him, and he's looking at the three of you guys right now.
Well, I'm behind him. There's no way he can keep his eye on all three of us.
Sure. He goes to the side and goes, all right, okay.
As he shifts, I shift with him.
All right.
Yeah.
But you're not like physically touching him yet or anything.
No,
right?
I am not.
Okay. All right. So how about we go back to my place and I can get you the money? Does that sound good?
It sounds good, but you'll have to hand over your equipment as collateral as we go there.
Insight check him on the money part.
You're following the elephant guy, Yue.
No, but I look
I
back
will
to.
inside check him on the
If you
Okay,
have
fine.
the money, then you'll get it right back. Don't worry. You can trust
All right,
us.
I'll let Safeguard do that part then. I'm just watching out then.
1 minute. $17.
Okay.
What are we doing?
He seems
Insight?
way too nervous to actually. It seems like a lie. It feels like a lie. He says that he has the money at his place.
Can
And
I bill off his insight check, or should I roll my own insight?
you'd have to roll your own insight.
I will also do that.
Oh!
Rolling that one.
Oh my god! You absolutely believe he has the money.
Dude, how are your rolls so high? Okay, whatever.
So I say, I put my hand on his shoulder and I say,
According to Delgado, you don't have much in the way of savings, friend.
Well, I mean, we should give him the opportunity to pay, but we will need to hold on to the equipment.
Look,
Sure,
he seems like
I'm
a
fine with
trustworthy
that.
guy. He got the money for his passion, his purpose. So I believe he would have the money, right? Right? I look at him with my blaster pointing at him.
Oh, you have the blaster out?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Okay,
oh my
all right.
God. Now we're just threatening the guy with like physical violence. This is already working without you pulling out your gun.
All right. As soon as you
Please,
pull
what do
the
you want?
blaster out,
No.
as soon as you pull the blaster out, he tries because nobody's physically restraining. Well, I guess
I've
you
got
are. I
my
guess you are.
hand on him.
So
and I'm right
uh,
behind him.
he's gonna roll just a regular ass athletics check and see it against you guys. So if one of y'all stop him, then tackle.
Wait, no, I was using it as a gesturing device, not as a threatening device. I was more like it's in my hand.
You pulled a gun.
You got a gun. You're
No,
threatening someone.
it's been out, Pablo. It's been out.
No, you said before that you showed somebody that it's like, oh, I have one.
Oh,
You
I'm
never
sorry.
said that you took it
I
out.
actually did. I think that was my hand. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, all right, because look, man, if it was in your hand as he was coming out into the alley, he would have run back inside or something. He would not have been as cool as he was.
So did you take out your gun or did
No,
you
it
not?
wasn't. I thought it was in my hand. So if it was in my hand, I didn't take it out.
Okay.
Well, now you took it out in front of him, though.
No. I don't do that because I trust him.
No, dude, the gun's out. The gun's out.
Okay.
Okay, the gun is out, and now we're just gonna do. Now we're just gonna do the what's it called? Now we're just gonna do the check. So either do an athletics or an acrobatics. 23 and Safeguard can do an athletics. I think that's what you're gonna do anyway. And what's it called? What's his name? M Crib is gonna do an athletics. We'll see who does it higher.
Oh no!
That's not good.
Oh no!
You better do this, 23.
Or can I do acrobatics?
Bro, you
can
guys,
I do? Do I have to do athletics or acrobatics?
You could do both. You could do either one.
Oh no, yeah.
You can only do one or the other, and you already did one. So
no,
we'll
didn't do any. Okay. Oh, we can only do one or the other. So because Safeguard did athletics, I have to do athletics.
Well, you can do whichever one you want, man.
Okay. Well, then I'm doing acrobatics.
All right.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I blast him.
Just 10. You shoot him?
If he starts running, I blast him.
Jesus Christ. I would just like to point out that within 3 rolls, I got 2 nat 1s.
Ooh.
Wait, he rolled bad too, right?
Hi.
Oh.
Yeah, meter beat. So I'm gonna flip a coin because it's a tie.
Well, let's just roll again, right?
Yeah,
wait, Pablo, is it when the player...
We'll do it again, acrobatics versus his athletics.
All right. Let's go.
Woo!
21.
All right.
Way to go.
He's not gonna beat that.
Nat 20s, this doesn't he?
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay,
Nice.
we got him.
Nice.
All right. He tries to go for it. You tackle him to the ground, and you see him fall and crash down.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have tackled him because I did an acrobatics roll.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. How do you stop
tried to run, I would have basically kind of like football rolled like in front of him to block his path, and then since we had the roll again, as he like moves, I would have tripped him, but held on to the equipment.
Okay.
Nice.
The equipment doesn't get broken, but like he tripped
him. You trip him. The equipment doesn't go into your hand, and actually, the way that it happens is as you grab the equipment, there's more weight than you realized. He's still tripping.
He said that it was super light. I mean, he carries all of it on his back. He's a gnome. I'm a goddamn.
He's a Warforged.
He's a Warforged.
Right.
So basically, yes. But for whatever reason, it doesn't come off his back because remember, it's magnetized. It's actually part of him right now.
That's fine.
You weren't expecting this much weight, and it slips from your hand. He's still tripping, by the way. He's still going to be stopped. But instead of tripping naturally, like if people trip, he's going to reflexively pull his hands out. You actually shift his weight, and he's falling in a way that he isn't expecting, and you see him crash onto the ground and knock himself out.
Oh,
okay.
Hey,
That's fine.
I turned SG4. Everything worked. He was lying. See, he wouldn't have run if we had the money. I guess.
He ran because you pulled out your gun. Here, let's
Also,
just
you
take
thought
these
he was
things.
telling the truth. I was the one that said he was lying in the first place.
That was all a ruse.
Just get the damn thing.
Okay.
Can I grab the equipment off of him?
No. And as you try to pull it off,
23, yeah, as I see 23 doing it, I'm just like,
It's not going to work, mate. It's not how. Once you're wearing something, if you're a Warforged and you're familiar with it, it becomes a part of you, in a
How do
literal
we get it
sense.
off?
We wait for him to wake up and make him give it to us.
Why don't we just bring him to Del Dorados or whatever his name is and just leave him there?
Call back. We can
I
do
mean-
that too.
By the way, while you guys are talking about this, Kyachi, you see that the Furbolg is on the phone.
Yeah.
Looks like he's concernedly walking back to the alley.
Hey, we need to go. Grab the guy. Grab the guy now.
Sure, 23. Help me pick him
Big
up.
guy's coming
Put him
back.
between
Oh.
us like he's a drunk person. Let's carry him.
Okay, I do that.
Yeah, so we're just gonna, like, he's our drunk friend who's just totally fucking out of it. We're gonna pick him up and walk him with us out of the alleyway.
All right.
I put my
No need
blaster
for
away.
deception or whatever. You guys do that, and you actually, as you're walking, meet not meet, but like the Furbolg sees you from a distance, and he's still on the phone, and it looks like there's some concern on his face. Do you guys do anything while he's doing that?
I would have. So if the
Can we go out
Furbolg
the
went
other
out
way?
this way, yeah, I would have exited the opposite side of the alleyway he walked out.
That way is a dead end. So basically, it's
Okay.
the alleyway, and when I say he turns left, turn left that way, and then the alley, because it is a dead end. Do you do anything while you see him?
As we're walking, I'm like, we need to placate that boy's fears. Here, Maze, grab his feet.
You want me to carry him? I'm not exactly the most muscular of the group, but I
Well,
guess that's
Kachi,
fine.
then you do it.
Ah, perfect. The help.
Who's stronger between you two?
Catchy, probably.
Really, a 2-foot-tall lizard thing.
I put
You're a
his.
full-grown woman.
I gave the feet to you, Kachi. I walk over to this guy. Look, I know that this looks bad, but seriously, he hasn't paid for any of that equipment. That's what I walk over to this guy and say. We did not
And-
hurt him. He actually knocked himself out. You can check on the security cameras if you like.
Look, man, all I did was call the authorities. If you're trying, it's up to you if you stay or not. I'm not getting involved in any of this, but this looks shady as shit. If the cops come over and y'all clear your story, fine, whatever. If y'all run, I'm not gonna stop you, but
Fine, we're not running. If you
No, but
have
why?
to know, tell the cops that we'll be here. I look at the address and I change the digits of the I change the digits of like the numbers.
it's on a piece of paper.
Well, yeah, but I don't show him the paper. I take out the paper and I look at it, and then I basically read the same address, but then I change the last digits a couple to basically let the cops know that we'll be close by.
Okay, so what you're saying is you're telling him you'll be close by, but you physically y'all are leaving his presence.
Yeah, because even though we're close by, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be in eyesight of where he's at right
Sure.
now.
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
nothing
that's
we're
fine.
doing is illegal. So
well,
what?
Yeah, and then another thing, that's where we're headed. Now, if the cops ask any other questions, you can tell them that the security camera picked up everything that happened.
Look, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm just trying
Goodbye.
to do good by
I
my
walk
way.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want.
I left.
We all leave.
And as we leave, like, I'm like, we need to hurry. and
Yeah.
and like
No kidding.
we turned in the direction that like I told him that we were gonna do, and like we fucking ninja. The moment that we're out of eyesight, we just like start fucking booking it.
Yeah. Holding this dude.
All right, and that's where we leave off for now. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back to the kidnapping stream. Yeah, you guys are running around with this dude.
Hey, at least we can kill him,
What do you
right?
want from us?
That's not true. All right, that's not gracious. We're guiding our very drunk friend home after he did a really good set at an alternative local indie club, and we're just helping him get back to a safe place.
All right, I'm just going to do one random set of people who are going to ask you about it, just see if you guys pull off your act well, and then afterwards, you guys are going to be in the clear and reach Deladegas again.
As we're going, I tell them that I tell 23 as we're carrying this guy.
Anyone asks any questions, he's our friend. He got fucking smashed after playing a set. We're trying to get him back home.
If the cops come, we won't be able to go with that story. The guy already told him what happened. But if anyone else asks, I do believe that is a story that we should tell.
What was the name
Sure.
again?
Of who?
Delgado?
No,
Or the warport?
M-Crib.
Crib. Okay.
Also, when we get back to Del Dago, say that we had to take him with us because he magnetized to his body, okay?
Yeah, maybe we could just repo him for a little bit.
Okay. So as you guys are walking along, there is one convenience store owner who's just sweeping his steps. Goes, "Hey, is that guy all right?"
He's just
Man,
drunk,
that
old
was
man.
that was a great set, wasn't it, guys?
I
Okay,
mean,
well,
yeah,
Crib was amazing. I'm just jumping
Yeah.
around.
completely.
I'm just like a little yapping dog.
Okay.
He got oiled out, man. He's
I look at
totally
him, don't
oiled
ask
out
questions,
right
old
now.
man. He's drunk, okay?
Totally out of the zone.
All right. The first person who said anything to this guy out of all y'all was Maze. So Maze, roll a deception.
Can I roll with advantage since I have 2 other people helping me?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Guys, let me be honest with you right now. I have a -5 on deception.
What? What?
Also, I'm just gonna say the first person who said anything was Kiachi.
Hey, nat 20. Let's go.
Oh, you're fine. Okay. He goes, "Wow. Take it easy, kids," and then goes back to sweeping.
Our friend
That
is
was the only-
drunk, sir. We're trying to save his life. Could you please stop bothering us? Thank you.
Does Kit want to say something?
No. Actually, as we go by, the first thing that I say after we're out of earshot, actually, we probably shouldn't take the Warfords. It's like straight to Delgado's.
What do
It
you
might
mean?
bring a bad reputation on his business. Let's try to separate. What's this guy's name? Mike
M-Crib.
Mike
M-Crib.
Incredible.
It's
Crib.
not. Separating him from the equipment is not going to work unless he gives it to us, which means we would need to wake up. Also, I'm just going to point this out. He shopped with Deladega before, so he's been in the shop.
I mean, that being said, it's one thing to have a man who's conscious shopping in your shop, and it's another thing for other people to see you dragging an unconscious man into a shop.
Well, I mean,
He was right
Deladego's
next
has
to
a...
the
I'll send a
tattoo
message.
parlor.
No. We can clear this up. Deladego's has a collections person already. The only reason he's not collecting is because he needs someone to watch shop. So this has already happened before, I'm assuming. So it's not
Then they-
weird.
I'm
Taking
just going to
people-
say this. Daladega's shop is right next to a tattoo parlor. We can just say we're going to get our friend a drunk tat.
No, well, I don't hate that lie. So let's continue. So
Benny
all
Hill
right.
plays in the background as he like runs to the shop.
So there is a moment where you guys do hear sirens. It's off in the distance, but y'all do start hearing sirens. About 20 minutes in, M-Crib starts stirring. He still seems really out of it, and he drops back into it again. But like his eyes are open, and he's like,
Should I knock him out again?
"Do you want to?"
I'm asking a
Wait.
question. I didn't just do it, did I? Don't look at me like that. I'm asking a
Insight
question.
check on is he actually? Oh no, he's stirring, right?
Yeah, he's stirring.
He's groggy. He's got
If no one says anything, I'm gonna hit him.
damage.
Yeah, let's knock him out.
Oh,
Okay.
I would
Wait,
shake
no,
my
okay,
head
well
at
then-
you.
I didn't know if you were talking to Pablo or me.
I was
He's still
talking to the
knocked
group.
out.
As he woke up, I said, "Do you want me to deal with this?"
No,
He's still
no.
out. Let's keep moving.
Okay, we keep moving then. I don't do it.
Yeah, whenever I see him stir, I'm just going to like whisper into M. Crib's, I don't know, auditory sensor.
You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
I start talking out loud about what I remember from the criminal underworld. People like telling stories like, "Hey, I once saw this guy get collected, and he did not end out that well." Like, I assume he's knocked out, so I'm just telling him stories just to pass the time, you know?
How
Sure,
much
you
of it is
tell-
real?
You tell all these like very distressing stories to the half awake robot man.
much of-
Eventually, you guys do get to Daldega's. There's a couple of people in front of the tattoo parlor now. They look like bikers, but cool futuristic hover bikes.
Just-
Um,
they're cool because they're hover bikes.
yeah, they're like floating 3 feet off the ground. But you know,
Wow, 3 feet.
I
That's
give
high.
him a
Yeah.
salute as we walk by.
they just give you the head nod. It's a pig person. You don't know what the name of the race is, but you know, it's a big looking pig guy.
Yeah.
Big person.
Do I
Well,
know
they're
the name of that
shady.
race?
Maybe, but you're not focusing on it right now. So later.
Okay.
Another shady looking. Yeah, I think we just carry him into Dalladegas, right?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just go past him.
Okay. Dalladega, as soon as the bell rings, at first he's just like, okay, whatever, and then he sees that you brought in the guy. Goes, what? I did you really have to bring him here?
Told you.
It's magnetized to his body. We can't take it off of him. He refused to give it to us.
Okay. Is this the
I
voice
mean,
that I was using
look.
for him?
Yes. In our defense, I mean, we asked him to give it to us, and then he fucking knocked himself out trying to run away. So,
Also,
okay,
you didn't give
this-
us any specifications. You didn't say we couldn't bring him here. So this is on you, technically.
I think it's best that we bring him to the back room.
No,
I keep quiet.
I agree with that. Come on.
So we bring him to the back.
The orc bodyguard and him give a nod, and you see the orc not bodyguard, the orc security guard goes to the front, locks it up, turns off the on light, and brings down the grate.
This is a sketchy story.
Oh,
I
is
like
this
it.
the GIMP scene?
Yeah.
I go over to Safeguard and I do tell him like, you can say something like, this could send a message, to other future buyers or something, and then I slink back away from the gnome.
I just sit down.
I follow them.
I do. As we're dragging Imcriv in, I do say,
you know, making a point about what happens when people don't pay you for your work could be sort of useful to you, especially if you run in circles where you've got someone who's ready to lock up your store at a moment's notice.
You know, I was only thinking about it, but since you did mention it,
Well, just pointing
Is he
this
gonna
out,
kill this guy?
we don't actually know if he wasn't going to pay. You see, perhaps we threatened him a little bit too much. He might actually have the money for what he purchased here.
He definitely was not acting like he had the money. He was scared shitless as soon as we asked for it.
Yes, but we did brandish a gun on him, so his
That was
fear was
before.
justified. Well,
He
we were
wasn't
still
seeing the gun
This is
beforehand.
taking forever. Can we
intimidating
hurry
him.
up?
well,
he's still
I like
unconscious.
the idea that you had, so we'll just cut it off of him. It's not gonna kill him, but it's gonna send a good message, don't you think?
Well, I'm
Yes,
actually
it will send a good
against
message.
that.
Perfect. Fine. Please call your friend to come take these off our necks. We don't care
I'm
what
sure
you do with
that
them.
he'll just take him off himself. I like try to slap the guy awake. Not with a hard slap, but I'm like, hey, wake up.
I'm beating on him. Wake up.
Mcrib still looks like he's flopping around, and he goes, No. Your two friends here have a good idea. He's late. He did, if it was collections, I would have rubbed him up. Rubbed him off. Not rubbed him off. I would have roughed him up a little bit by now. But he was taking advantage of my
I am still
short-handedness
trying
right
to
now.
wake this guy up.
Generosity.
He'll have a couple scars. He'll probably be sore for a couple of days, but people will know not to cross Dalladega.
Yes. And you'll be scary and feared. We understand. Call your friend. This is taking forever. We got you your equipment back.
All right.
Was I waking this guy up?
Yes, you woke him up, and he goes, "Whoa, what the? Yo, what happened?
You need to take off your equipment now.
Oh shit!" And Dalladega's over there going, But maybe we should just do it anyways. Look, other places would be taking a finger or something. I'm just taking your back, Jack.
You need to disconnect your equipment now. Otherwise, it'll be much more difficult to persuade this nice man not to do some kind of bodily harm to you. You want to go home in one piece, yes?
M-Crib is going, yeah, no problem, man, no sweat. And you see the equipment just drop off of him. It demagnetizes, pink, and then falls to the ground.
All right, then. As that happens,
throw
like,
in a favor.
I like lift M-Crib up, and I open the door and push him out.
Hey, no, get that guy back in here. I said I wanted his back attacher.
Listen, the deal was for us to give him the equipment or to give you the money. That deal is finished.
23.
This is my interest.
This is between them. Please don't stand between them. Let them do their business and let's get out of here.
Listen to what your friend says.
If you want me to sit by,
you guys are gonna get your specialist. I need to collect what he owes me from the interest.
Well, then we need the collars off before you do that.
Again, nothing to do with you, pal.
Yes,
if you guys still want
to push this guy out the door.
I have a question.
He pushed him out to the lobby, and the bodyguard is still there.
I have a question. Do I know if it's possible for a Warforged to like take their backjack out themselves without like violence being involved?
No, it's not quite a surgical procedure. You guys, if M-Crib has any pain receptors, it's gonna get flared up, but he's not gonna die from it. But he's just not gonna have a backjack anymore. And
what would the equivalent be for doing this to a human?
Doing this to a human, getting beat up, like it's getting punched really hard in the back.
It's not that 23. You have to realize this is how they operate in this kind of environment. We can't stop all of it.
Did I explain to you why we have these collars on in the first place?
I don't care. I want them off. That's all that matters. These are obviously unsavory people.
The guy goes, look, all right, you guys are very scary. I understand, but I need something from this, because if I'm gonna be real here, the labor I need to take to decustomize his sound set is gonna take some money.
I'll work off his debt in his stead. Just let him go.
Actually, M-Crib, I think you obviously owe him some interest, correct?
Yeah, I do. I understand. I do. Come on, I'll pay it off, man.
No, you don't pay off. No, you.
Pablo.
How about you work here for him? What do you think, Daladego?
Daladega apparently is like taken aback by this and goes, "This guy work here?
You need more hands. You have one security. Perhaps he can do some other odd jobs for you."
I'm just gonna throw this in. He's a gnomish make Warforged. He's gotta know his way around tech pretty well. At the very least, he could be useful in some capacity.
I kind of stand down, as it looks like maybe I won't have to start fighting these people.
Daladega rubs his chin and goes,
Free labor.
I take off your feet. Every day you work here, you get him back at the end of your shift.
That sounds like a good compromise. Yes, that's fine. Accept it, M-Crib.
M-Crib looks
like my blaster M-Crib for real this time.
Okay, when you pull out your blaster, he's like, all right, deal. Deal. Okay.
The non-violent resolution we all wanted. Excellent.
I just sit down. I don't say anything else.
Now call your specialist, Daladego. We had a deal.
Fine. All right. I'm calling him. And then he goes off to the back again, and you hear some blah blah. He comes back out and goes, all right, it's gonna take about half an hour for him to come over. You guys want to watch some TV or something?
I do want to see
That
what
would be
shows are
lovely.
on.
Okay. So you guys don't do nothing for 30 minutes. I'm just,
No,
if
I'm
y'all
watching
watch
TV with them. I want to
sitcom.
see what's
Gonna
on
watch
TV.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is
Watch
is
I
there
Love
an
Lucy
MTV one?
together.
Is it MTV
No,
there?
I hit the controller from your grubby little hands. Don't change the channel. What are we watching?
You turn on the TV and it is on in what's it called? Nap the News Network, Triple N, NNN, and it is showing a picture of the warden's fist getting blown the fuck up, and the lady on screen who's let's say a tabaxi goes, terrible tragedy tonight as we are catching some long-range subliminal images of a attack on the Warden's Fist prison system. We do not know yet who has perpetrated the attacks. We're still getting some news in as we're talking, but it seems like it was a massive scale, and incredibly, we have been getting reports of whatever technology has been used in this attack. They have a small man craft that seems to be able to go into God speeds. You see Dalladega going, huh? Prison break, huh?
I look at Dalladega. Is there a problem?
Not from me.
I look at him and say,
I mean, to be fair, if some other entity comes in and just blows the whole fucking prison up, is it really a prison break?
Like I said, not me. I think the lady is actually talking about a prison break, as in they broke the prison in half.
Yes, that makes.
What's how is Dalladega feeling towards Maze?
What do you mean?
Like, is he annoyed by her,
What do you
or
mean?
like?
No, it seems like it's business as usual for him at this
This is
point.
the
cool.
biz, all
Alright.
right? You don't know about the biz, okay? First off,
Dude, I would not
You
take
weren't
any
in
kind
the
of lip
crib
from
as
you.
long as me, kid. You don't know how the biz works.
The news keeps on going to say the speeds reached by this the small craft at God speeds literally have not been charted since the commissioning of a very large, made for massive Godspeeds super cruiser. And here's the thing, Maze. As you get more information of what's happening, you realize that you guys are almost clear onto the other side of the corner of the galaxy that you were in. Like, the knowledge that you had of Quarkopolis was just, hey, it's just a system, whatever, or it's a planet. You didn't. It's one of those like little minutia details that you didn't really pay attention to what system Quarkopolis is. But now that she's showing with very much alarm in her voice and in her way of presenting how far you guys went, it is nuts. It is impossible. Nothing that has ever been made that's that small could ever achieve what Mo4 has done.
can I connect? Can I see if Dalladego is sizing us up? He's acting weird when he hears that.
Insight.
I also want to help with insight.
I'll make my own as you help her with hers.
All right, wait.
Oh,
Do I roll
okay.
with advantage, Pablo, or do you want me to roll singly? Tell me.
23 is helping you out. I'm guessing you guys are both looking at the screen at the same time, and then suddenly
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
Ever since that guy was like super willing to hurt this dude. Also, like, I'm starting to notice more and more that Maze is a psychopath.
I'm not a psychopath. What do you mean? I'm not
I have to watch her a lot more.
I rolled a 12, Pablo.
Dalladega, as far as you can tell, isn't harboring any ill will to you right now.
I think there's a bullet point list in Safeguard's head, and it's just like, keep the ship, bullet, and then racing planet, fast ship, question mark.
We're not staying on this planet for long. Out of character.
Third bullet. Money equals racing fast? Question mark.
How long has it been? Can I type skip 30 minutes yet?
Yeah. You guys have been watching this. You can change the channel if you want.
Yeah, I want to see what
No.
the new shows are on. You know, like the new fall season.
Nothing else is showing. Just hey, blah blah blah. There seems to be one big race happening tomorrow. Blah blah blah. Grand prize, etc. 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 You only catch the tail end, so you don't know what the prize is. But I'm sure you can find out about it if you really wanted to. And eventually, you guys hear some knocking on the doors. Daladega nods, and the orc opens it up for you. And there is a very disheveled-looking human woman. She's carrying some cases, and it doesn't look like she's carrying it well, but she's carrying a case with instruments in it, and on her other hand is just like a bunch of rods and junk.
Is
Okay,
this your specialist?
Daladega, you woke me up for this. This better be good. Oh, wow, you have a full house.
We need something off our necks. Could you help us or
How's
not?
it going? Pleased to meet you. Ignore. Hi, my name's Safeguard. How's it going?
Hi, I can't really shake your hand or anything.
I'll go try to grab some stuff off of her for her. Like, kind of like, here, let me help you out.
What are you doing? That's her
Yeah.
sensitive equipment, not some whelplings touch things.
All right, okay. Take it easy. Everybody, just take a step back. All right, I'm coming in. Okay. Hi, my name's Krima. Nice to meet you.
Primo?
Hi.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello there.
I smile.
So, what's the problem then?
I just show her necks. I'm like,
I tap. I tap.
yeah.
We tap our necks.
Yeah.
We need these
Oh,
off.
wow. Okay. Geez, I thought I was just gonna snap open some ankle bracelets or something. Cool, Daladega. Thanks. I'll take a look at these. Daladega goes, yeah, sure, no problem. You guys stay out here in the front. Crib, come with me. We're gonna talk a little bit in the back.
Is the orc out here?
Yeah, the orc is out here still.
Okay. What's he doing?
Nothing, just crossing his arms and looking at all of you.
Okay, so he's looking at us. He's not sleeping.
Not y'all specifically, but just around. So Daladega is gonna take Crib to the back. Do you guys are you okay with that?
I don't care.
Okay. The woman goes down and says, "All right, who's first?"
Me.
Okay, let's take a look-see. She sits you down and starts touching you around the face and just the general area. The necklaces starts to spark up, and she goes, "What can you tell me about any of this?"
I tell everything. Prison collar. It sparks up to no magic. It also interacted with Modron magic. I don't care. I just want it off. I tell her everything that she would need to know, or she asks.
Well, do you know anything about it itself, or just the things that are reacting to it?
Do I did ask this earlier in the campaign because my character did research beforehand. I tell her everything else that I do know, like my background knowledge on it, of like my experimentation on it.
Sure.
We know
So reacts to no magic, and there's the dwarven runes when it comes into max power. This is some tough stuff. This is like some university grade stuff.
University?
I mean, other than like actual government facilities, I don't think anybody's going to be able to take this off. I'm just a student over at QU. This is just my side gig. I don't know what to do. I mean, like, there's a little bit here that I can figure out, like the dwarven runes, this general security stuff. I mean, you would have. Okay.
I'm visibly annoyed. Just a heads up.
From what I know, you need a dwarven rune master, not a rune smith, not a rune tech, a rune master for just the dwarven parts of this. The gnome parts of it, they're past my grade too. Probably why Daladega called me instead of one of his breakers, because This thing is not going to be taken down by brute force. Yeah, so the gnome parts you're going to have to find. Probably not as. It's going to be easier to find somebody who knows the gnome tech than it is going to be finding a dwarven rune master. I don't know what this black stuff is.
Black stuff.
Black stuff? What black stuff?
Like, she takes out a little hammer and taps it, and you can feel the vibration on your neck, and everybody actually feels it, like, on theirs as well. And you see the inky darkness coming out from the pressure of where it hit. That black stuff. You probably didn't notice it because it's a little dark in here, and cyber eyes. But I have no idea.
Is there
where I
anyone
can
on this
get
planet or system that you know of that's a dwarven master and gnomes that are expert enough to take this off?
The gnomes, maybe a couple of professors at the university, maybe somebody else, like, I don't know, somebody who's like a master engineer or something, or a doctorate in engineer. But the rune master, you guys are gonna have to find a dwarf planet for that. That's hard.
I sigh.
Can
Is
you
there
give us-
anything? Is there anything you can help us with?
Right now, no. The only thing like I was saying is I can give you the address of a professor I know that might be able to do something about that. But the only thing I can say is just keep it hidden. These are very clearly some sort of ownership collars.
Would this
I
professor
stood
of
up.
yours be included in helping us? Or is he
What was
one of
that?
those goody two-shoe types?
Wait, what were you asking her?
Like, would this professor that she can refer us to, is he going to be willing to help us?
I don't know. Maybe if you pay them or something, he'll be interested at least to take a look at it.
Fine.
I
Sure.
walked over
I
to
mean,
the. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sure, give us the information for him. And then also, I assume this is included, but can you tell us what specifically about these collars is limiting our capabilities? Me, for example, I can't do any magic. Do you know which part of the collar is responsible for that?
Oh, no, the collar has nothing to do with that. That's just some of the prison tech that they had on you. Well, I
Can you
can
take
see
it off?
that the collar is connected to. Oh, geez, they took off your multimedia, your social media capabilities.
You
I
can't get on
mean,
Facebook.
Well, that I can't do anything about. That's like hardwired into the collar because it's right there on your neck. I can't do anything about them not letting you connect to the web, but I can help out with the magic stuff. It's gonna be
Yes.
a little expensive though. I don't really have the materials for it right now with me, but I can help out with that. That I can fix.
Then what
Well-
can your professor do? If you can help us with the magic, what else is the?
Were you
What
listening to
else
this
is-
conversation?
the magic is separate from the collar, helping us get off the limiter so we can use some of our specialized abilities. Doesn't involve getting the collars off, which is what
Oh.
we would need her professor for.
I see. A two-step job. Got it.
I
Yeah, you
knock
actually
at the
just said
door
that.
where Delgado is speaking to M Crib.
We're busy in here.
I have a question, and it won't take long.
He opens up the door and goes, "Come on, man, what is it?"
Do you have anybody that you might know that needs someone that's looking for? We're looking for work. You know,
an-
something short that can make us a little bit of money.
Well, how much money?
I look back at this person. How much do you think your professor will charge to get these necklaces off?
And how
What's the
much would
going
you
rate for
charge?
something like that?
We don't even know if he's
Yeah.
going to charge.
How much would you charge to get the limiters off?
The limiters, in Naptocreds, I guess 100. That would be enough to take your limiters off. I think there's something with your little lizard friend too. There's a
Aye.
little bit on him.
Yeah.
Aye.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna need at least enough money to get rid of that. So, about that much. I look at Delgado.
Deladega.
Deladega.
He goes, all right, what's your time frame?
We can be here as long as we need to be.
As soon as possible.
No, we can't. We need to get off as soon as possible.
All right. There's a couple of places. You guys okay with boosting stuff?
Well, if we
Yes.
have to.
All right. Seems to me like you don't like hurting people, right?
Not if I can avoid it.
All right. Then I know some people then. Almost like collections, but not quite. I'll give you the details for them.
Okay. We appreciate it. You can go back to whatever it is that you're doing. As I say that, I check. Is Mcrib okay?
He looks sad as fuck, and he's robot crying.
Well, sad is something I can handle.
Yeah, he's weeping, and he's like, his head's down like he's on the work table, and you can see there's just a bunch of instruments there that do not look very friendly.
Violence
I
is
back
happening.
up from the door. Okay. Suspicious.
Look,
I look
I
at
turned to
our
SG4.
new-
We don't even know if this professor's going to charge us to take these off. His portion. I don't know why we're assuming it's going to
Well,
cost
we still
anything.
need money to take off the things that they did on Kachik and Safeguard. Besides, while it's something in the underworld, right? While it's in the underworld, it's all right to kind of do things for jobs. I'm assuming that a reputable professor is going to want something. And
I mean,
That's a wild assumption, but sure.
well, no, it's not wild, but what I'm thinking is, I look at our new friend. Do you think your professor might be as interested in the pure research of the technology? Like, if we let him do what he needed to do to get the collars off and let him keep the collars, would that be something he would be interested in?
Krima is just like, that's something you'll have to talk to him yourselves about. Look, I take lessons from him, and that's about it. He's a really smart guy, but that's I don't actually talk to him outside of it. It's a gamble
Alright.
on your part. You just
Well,
asked me who I would know that might be able to look at this. Personally, that's the only one I would know.
no, I appreciate it. Can you give us your contact information so we can get in touch with you when we want to get the limiters off, and then also your professor's contact?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. And then she holds out a phone to tap with something that you guys have. So, oh right, you don't have one. Who's got a media device?
We have one back on the ship.
We're gonna have to write it down.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
really. I know.
You
I'm
guys
sorry.
probably did come from somewhere that you needed those things on your necks. Okay. Analog. Wow, crazy. In this day and age? Oh.
I mean, we were sold into slavery, so that's a little insensitive, but okay.
If you say so. And then she writes it out. And obviously, you don't need to write any insight checks to see that she doesn't believe you at all. She gives you her contact information.
Cool. And the
Okay.
professor, I assume.
Is there a terminal in the shop, Pablo?
Hmm?
Is there a terminal in the shop?
There is actually.
Okay.
Are you gonna do anything with it?
Yeah, I actually do want to do something.
All right. Well, I have a little bit more planned out, but this is basically as far as this adventure is gonna go without going into something from another day. But let's do your thing first.
I asked her,
We gotta
what's your
get a
professor's
hotel.
name?
We sleep in the ship.
The ship doesn't have bedrooms,
It has
don't
a
got money.
closet, okay?
I guess.
I asked the professor's name, just in case.
Okay. It's his name is Professor Towers. Tours, not Towers. Tours.
Okay. I go to the terminal.
Okay, you go.
I'm gonna
you
run a whole a hacking scheme to get some credits.
Is there
He's going over. I'm just gonna say,
Do we want to consult Talladega before we start screwing with the terminal in this shop, or?
It's a public terminal. I don't think there's gonna be a problem with this. And trust me, no one's
It's
gonna
not
catch
a
me.
public terminal. It's his terminal.
Well, he doesn't mind. We're friends now.
No.
You're
I just do it.
Oh, wait. No, she is part of this group.
What do you mean?
Kiachi gets
He
in
just double fakes.
her way.
Why would you get in my way? There's no. I'm just accessing a terminal. Yeah, you don't know what I'm doing. I could literally be looking up a Facebook image or something. Like, why are you getting in my way?
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it.
Is this like still using someone's laptop?
Yeah, it is.
Privacy.
I don't care about
Hey,
privacy.
Just to be on the same side, Cat, would Kachi actually care about that?
Yeah, why would Catchy care?
Kind of. No. In a sense of like, Talladega is like sort of helping us if we do shit that. I just don't want to get on his bad side, dude.
He doesn't want to get on our bad side. Move out of the way.
At least ask him first, okay?
I look at the orc. I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. Do you mind if I use your personal terminal? I need to contact somebody.
The orc looks and goes, "Is that really what you're gonna do?
Yes.
Then you don't mind if I just look over your shoulder while you're doing it then?"
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
assuming
good.
this guy doesn't know what hacking looks like, by the way.
You are assuming a lot just because it's an orc in a low pay.
Yeah,
As Maze likes to say, that's a wild assumption, okay?
Kiachi's good. He's just like, all right, cool. And he just
Honestly,
goes back to like
I think
where-
that it would
where
be
that girl is.
pretty easy to tell. I mean, it's like contacting someone would be pretty easy if you're opening up any other programs or going into the
Yahoo.com.
command prompt for any reason. It's like, what the fuck are you doing with this computer right
yeehaw.com.
now?
Well, anyway, so he's looking over your shoulder. Go ahead.
All right, I contact one of my underworld contacts, and I ask him if he responds for a list of local criminals, if there's any in the system where I can access their net account or their bank account.
Well, just to clarify, so you are asking if somebody here has like a public account for criminal.
No, I'm
Public bank
asking.
account for
I'm
criminal
going to the
activity.
undernet, dark web. Going to the undernet. I'm asking one of my contacts on the internet using my call sign, which is the symbol on my face, asking, "Hey, could you help me locate criminals or gang bosses or any kind of unsavory business around here with open bank accounts or hackable bank accounts?" I'm basically asking for a list of targets.
Do you just have contacts after 3 years and it's like not a big deal? I don't
No,
know.
I was underground
we'll
before
roll for
all of this.
investigation then. Roll for
Sure.
investigation.
Yeah, no. Before I was in jail, I was like in the shit for a few years.
Right. No, but it's been 3 years. Who knows how many of these
yeah.
are still active.
I'm answering Donovan.
Okay. Well, let's do an investigation. So some of these might have dried up, but you know you're resourceful. We'll see how it goes.
20.
Nice.
Okay. You boot
Nice.
up Club Penguin, and okay.
It's a secret room. It's a secret private room at Club Penguin. All right, the dark
you
Club
actually do
Penguin.
something like that. It is
Dark
something like
Yeah, the UI looks like dark because it like innocent looking, but it's actually like underground shit. You know.
yeah.
Roadblocks.
It's a chat program that you wouldn't think is the program to use for this kind of stuff, but like it's not arousing the suspicion of the orc. So he
Goes to the Habba Hotel, gets in the pool,
yeah.
conducts his business.
And basically you see some streams of conversation, blah 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 blah, ORZs, stuff like that. Apparently there's only 2 big crime bosses in this sector, and none of them can really be hacked. At least maybe you can do it given enough time, but you are in a gnomish planet. Like these guys will have good security. So you won't be able to like do the normal hacking on them.
Is there like a lower tier below them, or even a tier below them? Like anything, anything where I can touch.
You need equipment. You can't just like go in with a regular ass HP like laptop and go like,
yo, shut up.
I'm a
HP
hacker,
laptop,
man.
Like that. Okay, so I need gear, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Where can I acquire gear in this area? Does Talladega sell this gear?
No, this guy's more of a repair shop.
Fine. I look on the board, by the way, for any kind of like jobs, I guess, on the bulletin board or something juicy, some like gossip or whatever.
Okay, so you do find out that there are a couple of races that are being rigged on here.
Oh, like rigged fights, like rigged races.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good to know. I memorized those because that might come in handy later.
Okay, it doesn't have any like specific details, but it does show you like, okay, this race is being rigged, this race is being rigged, blah blah blah. Some of them actually rigged by the bosses that you just looked up.
What are the odds looking like? Like if I were to put in 10 credits right now.
Nothing like that. They're just saying like they're doing plans to see. They're not doing any specifics. Basically, they're saying we're gonna do it on the day of, so that nobody will who isn't supposed to know will know until the day of. But it's basically they have bought off all of the racers for this race, and they can actually order how they want the people to come in for the finish line.
Okay, that's good to know. That's it. I log off. I make sure to wipe my browsing history. And I say, see, everything was as I did. Promised. Contacting someone on my favorite online video game.
We have the contact for this professor, right? There's really no reason for us to be here except to get the contacts for this job that we could do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The
Yep.
orc looks at you and goes, "Yeah, I'm sure. What are you, like 50, 30?
I'm not
I don't
insulted.
know what humans' ages are. I'm sure that chat group for your age, you're probably doing something a little bit more, but whatever. I don't care about it."
Is there a junkyard around here? Or some kind of scrapyard where I can pick up some junked materials?
Yeah, there's a couple. Gonna have to have a payment to go in, but yeah, there's a couple.
I see. Well, thank you. I'm gonna go back over there with my comrades. Excuse me.
While you guys were talking about that, the Crema is talking to Safeguard. Safeguard was the only one who wasn't occupied, actually. Goes, well, all right, so you have my number. I'm gonna bounce later, I guess, if you guys are gonna call me.
Did she do the? Oh, she hasn't done the magic thing yet, right?
No, she hasn't had the
Okay.
chance to. She
Mhm.
goes, right, so don't call me if it's anything other than taking off the limiters, though, because I really, you guys seem to be in way more trouble than it's worth. I'm only doing
I
this as a
got
favor
you.
to Talladega, so again, just that, okay?
What are you studying?
He's hitting on
Artificer.
everybody.
How interested would you be in looking at my tech?
Damn, hey, that's a bit forward, don't you think?
It's not.
Her eyes are wide.
Gonna play a little doctor.
Elf-made Warforged. I guess I never really would get a chance to study that over here. I mean, what's it worth to you? Oh, I guess that's a question to ask
Are
herself.
you gonna whore yourself out? What are you doing?
yeah.
What's going on here?
Looking through your stuff, huh? Looking through your stuff. If you trust me with it, then I can probably do that and free up your little friends' magic stuff. Not your own, though. I mean, I'm gonna need real payment for that. That's actual real work. But your friend over there, it's not too bad. It's not too hard. I can free up his limiters really easy. Um, if that's what you think that's worth.
Sure. So we'll bring you 100 naptocreds, and then you can take a look-see and see what's what, and also get him out and me out. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure. That'll save you about like 20 napta. Excuse me. That'll save you about 20 creds, I guess. I was just gonna charge you that much for your friend, but okay, I'll take that deal.
Sure.
So are we waiting for Delegato or whatever? I can't remember.
You guys are not waiting for anything anymore. You're
Yeah,
all free.
So who are we supposed to be meeting up with?
Going to give us some contacts
Tower.
for jobs.
Professor
Yeah.
Tower.
No, that's the professor. We're talking about for work.
Yeah,
To make some
Talladega
money.
said he could give us some contacts for boosting jobs that
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
involve hurting
yeah.
people.
Right. After Krima gets out, you guys are there for like a couple minutes, and then it's been eerily quiet in the back room, but eventually Talladega comes out and he's wiping some very reddish oil off of his hands and goes, "All right, that was quicker than I thought. Cool. That's pretty good. You need some names. All right.
What's the highest paying job you have?
Preferably non-violent.
I didn't say that.
I did.
I did.
Well, give me the violent ones as well.
Well, fine. I'll give you 2 the acquisitions jobs, and I'll give you the the violent ones, I guess. Here you go. Talk to this
Maze.
guy. He'll be the one who's tabaxi named Rex. He'll want some things that probably he shouldn't be getting, but if y'all can get it for him, he'll be happy, like a tabaxi. And you pulls out. This is the violent guy. I don't know what he's gonna want you to do, but nothing that he's ever asked has ever been easy. Probably gonna pay you a lot more though than these 2.
I see. Thank you, Talladega.
I guess we'll get out of your hair now. I start heading outside of the shop.
Yeah, I started out shop too. I'm
I
done.
follow.
Oh,
Yeah, so do I.
I cheers him as
just
I walk in.
just one thing. If you're gonna do the job for those 2, you probably can't. Well, not that he says it. If you're gonna do the jobs for the acquisitions for the tabaxi for Rex,
We can't bring our
yeah,
little
you
friend.
can't. Yeah, that's
It's too
exactly
ugly.
right, lady.
I understand.
You're not gonna be able to do the ugly jobs, and if you do the ugly jobs, obviously the tabaxi ain't gonna work with you either.
Is that how criminals work around here?
It is if they work 2 sides.
What do you mean by 2 sides?
Perhaps they're part of 2 different factions. You know, like a
Fine.
gang.
Thank you,
like
Delgado.
the 2 major bosses that you just looked up on the web.
Well, you
that
didn't
we
say they were
talked
both
about
different
5
bosses.
minutes.
You said it was only one boss.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I meant to say 2. There were 2.
Okay.
We
I'm a
walk outside.
checkerboard.
I stop and I wait for everybody to show up outside.
I show up outside.
I show up
Everybody-
outside.
Everybody's outside.
We all
Show up
NPC,
outside.
we load, we walk the door.
I didn't want to say this inside.
We press
I look
open door,
towards
we press
Maze.
F, and it just loads for a second, loading screen, and we're like, "Boop." Hey.
Listen, Maze, for the time that we're stuck with one another, I think that I should just be 100% honest with you. I'm never gonna abide in anything that allows you to facilitate any kind of violence on anyone.
Your morality won't save us, you realize that.
No, if-
Obux Razor says the path of least resistance is the most simple and obvious path, so we should take that one. The one that pays us more.
Yeah.
Saving a few lives isn't going to save us, so why would we even try? Obviously, I wouldn't hurt them if they were bad people, but if they're bad people that are hurting other people, wouldn't your logic dictate that we stop them from hurting other people?
I don't
actually
really
also
trust
believe in
your
Occam's razor.
judgment.
Obux
also-
Razor, not Occam's, Obux.
Oh, okay. Occam's.
I
Regardless,
understand, you wouldn't know that term. that well.
I feel that violence always overcomplicates things, so it's almost never the path of least resistance.
Violence is the most simple solution to everything. You
Really,
realize that, right? It
We've
doesn't
done
overcomplicate
everything-
anything.
so far without any violence, and it has all been fairly easy.
Without any violence, M-Crib would have took us back to his motel or whatever and tried to have sex with SG4 or whatever for money. I don't know. That could have cost us 3 hours at the least. We don't have that kind of time. You realize that, right?
I don't
You're
know.
really rating my endurance pretty highly. I appreciate that. But
I wink at
I think
SG4.
one of the things that we should also probably think about is even if we do want to engage in some sort of violent activity, we're not going to be very good at it. until at least me and my friend here, our friend, get these limiters off of us.
Also
And
true.
also, I would just like to also say that for the record, I sort of come down more on 23's side on this one.
Thank
That's
you.
fine. That's fine. I respect your opinion. I'm just going to choose to ignore it. I'm
Well,
going to say we should hear him out. We're not going to accept it. We'll hear him out. And if he pays more and we think we can take the job, why not? And if it's against people who are not exactly the most savory kind, we're really two birds, one stone, if you think about it, SG4. We're getting more money.
Really?
We're taking criminals off the street.
So while these necklaces,
we don't have anything to back up anything. You're about the only one that here that has any kind of weapon.
Well, that doesn't mean we can't acquire them.
With what money? You want to steal some?
Yes, what? I'm sorry. Why am I talking to you? SG423. We'll get weapons, don't worry.
Also, you have to stop being so rude to Kachik.
He's an animal.
No, he's a person.
No, he rolled it in dirt, for God's sakes. Is that not animalistic behavior to you?
Okay.
And I'm not saying I hate animals. I think they're quite adorable, but they need to know their place. They shouldn't come with plans, and they should really
He's a
listen
fully
to
intelligent, sentient, sapient being.
Just because you're sentient doesn't mean you're smart. Trust me. I know many sentient beings who aren't smart. I look at Kachi.
I look back at Kachi and Safeguard. I think we can all agree that Maze is being fairly toxic, yes?
I'm not toxic. I'm merely following the most logical path to getting our followers off.
So here's the thing. Maze has to follow us no matter where we go, otherwise we'll all explode. So I suggest we all head back to the ship, get a good night's rest, and then speak to the Tabaxi in the morning. And you can come along, I guess, because you have no other choice. Look back at you, Maze.
I mean, I'm not out of character. I'm not gonna fight you on going where you're going. I'm still gonna check with the other guy to see how much he's paying at his job first. I'm not gonna accept it.
Literally, I just won't go.
That's fine. If I can do it on my own, I'll just do it on my own.
But you can't. We'll explode.
No, we don't actually know the range, Pablo.
Yeah, you don't know.
I know. You gonna risk that, bro?
Okay. Well,
every step you take is a mile.
All right, you can roll insight on this. My character has the conviction where it's like, if I have to choose between intentionally hurting people or exploding, I choose to explode.
But you do explode with two other people when you do that.
I know. I'm hoping that we can.
So basically, what you're saying is you're sacrificing two innocent lives in your party for potentially bad people that we could rough up. So in your logic, you're actually hurting more people.
There are no bad people.
This morality will get us killed. You realize that, right? I'm not saying we harm innocent people. That's out of my realm. I wouldn't ever do that. But I'm saying if they're bad people, there's no reason not to harm them. I'm
siding with 23 too.
What? This is
Look,
so logical.
Just for the record, if it's somebody who's going to cause exponentially more harm if left alive, and taking them out saves lives, I'm not opposed to it.
Right.
All right?
What if this
I agree with Maze on that point. But all I'm saying is, we might not find those kind of jobs, or jobs that don't target innocent people from a crime lord.
Maybe we wipe out his enemies, and those are bad people.
We're not equipped to even do this right now. None of us are at full power. Well, I am, but two of our party members aren't.
Well, I am as well. I don't use whatever these mumbo jumbo that these two do.
Well, we have to do what's best for the group. And right now, what's best for the group is finding enough money for us to get them back to full power.
I'm not saying
if we can do that in a non-violent way,
I'm not saying
we're not equipped for violence.
I'm not saying we don't accept the Tabaxi's job. I'm merely saying let's explore our options before deciding on what we do.
I agree with that. Hypothetically, 23, if this guy Rex wanted us to do a violent job against someone who's definitively evil, how opposed would you be?
Still very opposed, but we can cross that bridge when we get there. I think that when you negotiate with violent people, we have a more of a capacity to get into a violent situation. I think that we should take the more peaceful path, at least until we're ready for violent situations.
You realize that the Tabaxi is also a criminal, right? None of these people are clean. They probably do
Not all-
violence all the time.
Not all crime is at the same degree. You're intelligent. I'm sure you understand that.
I understand it, but I
So,
also
while you
understand
guys-
that we're wasting time.
So the fade to black on this is a bunch of people just arguing in front of a pawn shop. As the sun starts to rise over Quarkopolis, our friends are just here talking about morality and crime.
Like the sad Full Metal Alchemist ending comes in. Like it's raining.
All right. Well,
All right.
I guess we don't even head back to the ship, huh?
No, we're heading back.
Yeah, we're heading
Okay,
back. We can end the show, Pablo. Do you want to end it? Come on.
Wait, when was the last time we ate, by the way?
Okay, so here, if you guys are heading back to the ship right now, we'll end it with you guys are arguing all along the way. You look at the scrap of paper. The other person who's going to do the meaner job, quote unquote, is a Lakatha named Kolog. And when you guys get to the ship, there is a dead lizardman body and a bunch of Modrons just going there, still shooting at it as it's twitching on the ground. And that's where we fade to black. Good night, everybody.
I turned to 23. I'm saying, is that non-violent 23? I feel like Go Path is getting quite muddled.
Thanks for joining us tonight. This was AstraRunners, a Dungeons and Dragons The Advanced Stage stream. Please tune in next week. Michael is going to hit you up with all of our socials.
Yeah,
Take it
if you're
away,
watching on Twitch, feel free to follow us. I'm gonna swap to our plug page or whatever. You can
right.
follow us there. I'm Real Human People or Real Human People Doing Things on Instagram or Twitter. We also post these on YouTube every week. I post the edited episode on Friday on our YouTube, which you can find in our bio. But yeah, feel free to like our stuff, share our stuff. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope that one person in chat likes it, or one person watching enjoys what we're doing. At least we're doing this for fun. We're streaming, but we're doing it for fun. But I'm glad people are watching. Anyone else want to say anything? You want to plug your Patreon?
Ooh.
No. Well,
Goodbye,
good night, everybody.
Have a good
Thanks
night.
for watching, guys.